I mean, are you gonna turn off or no? Are you gonna turn off, sir? Apparently not. Alright, are we live? Oh man, the music's so good. Listen to this all day long. Yes, we are. Hello, everyone. I'm a little early, but you know what? I was like, because last time I streamed Guild Wars 1, we had a ton of people in there, and people were asking all kinds of stuff, and we had like this big discussion going on. And I was like, you know what? Let me just go online a little bit earlier if I have the time. So I'm still working. I don't know. It's been taking me like 3 months to work on the stupid freelancer review, and it's like not even that big of a video. So I don't know. But no one is really here yet, so we're just kind of hang back and wait until more people join. I guess it'll take his eye. So, welcome to everyone that's here. I did play some more Pokemon Let's Go. I only went through the tunnel. That's all I did, and I kind of just like looked around for some other Pokemans, and yeah, and I'm kind of understanding more of the like mechanics now and stuff, so I can actually take like another Pokemon out beside my Pikachu, so I'm like, oh cool. So I'm doing that, and then I kind of figured out how combos work now and stuff, so I'm doing that. But yeah, so we'll be continuing that on Sunday. I do want to do this. This is gonna be really hard to do, but we can do it. I believe in us. We have to go all the way over here. Is there not a quest like close by that I can do? Did I talk to the skills guy? I don't know. Oh, and the whole like what game I was streaming on Facebook and stuff, that was my bad. I know I was blaming like the program, but it was just me because I have to change it for each one, and I didn't change it for the Facebook one, so that was my bad. So I could take some healing prayer stuff or something to kind of keep myself alive. Man, these icons are like so like protective spirit, like you know exactly what that is as soon as you see that. Same with ages, you know. Rebirth, like those are all like spirit bond. Like I see those and I'm like, oh man, those are like iconic. Like Bane Signet, like come on, man. Strength of honor, I could maintain that on myself, you know, and then just take no energy attacks with me, and that would be kind of cool too. I don't know, is that a thing? I don't know warrior. I'm not a good warrior. I don't know warrior. I'm still recording Grandia as well. I got like another episode done in the last day or so. They're like hour-long episodes though, so they're gonna be fairly long episodes. They're like an hour to an hour and like 10 minutes sometimes, depending on where we are. So that's coming out soon too, once I can get that completed. All right, let's do some fighting. Oh, we talked about my favorite spot right over here, that little town right there at the beach. We talked about that. That's like my favorite part, from you can see from the bridge right here, and then there's that entrance to the temple right underneath, and you can't ever really get in there, so that's really cool. But yeah, let's go. See, I love that with the big bell and the dragons up top. That's cool. They do look like Kunavang though. They're like Chinese dragons. Yeti in this game have like really weird sound effects. They do. Welcome everyone. I see there's some people here. Oh, that's loud in my ear. Is that loud for you guys? That's loud for me. Turn it on a little bit. It's really loud in my ear. It's like when I'm talking, I like to hear myself, but when I have like in my ear the whole time, I'm like, I don't. It's hard enough for me to talk as is, okay? I don't need that distraction. Yeah. Yeah, my Pikachu's like way over leveled now in Pokemon Let's Go. Like, I fought like one trainer and I demolished that trainer, and I was like, man, it's really easy, this game. But it's fine. I like an easier Pokemon game, like I said. You know, we've had some couple of hard ones, like Pokemon Snap you constantly have to like pay attention to, and then you have like Pokemon Stadium, it's just like really hard because if you do like one wrong move, you're like done. What's this is like, it's so relaxing, and you can just enjoy the animations and the like hanging out with your Pokemons and talking. So, yeah. I love when we whack him with it. We don't really cut him with it, we whack him. I don't have an identification kit, do I? I do not, and that's okay. Sure. And I will say, Freelancer, you know, I mean, we just played through the whole game recently, and in my review, I talk about like how I couldn't get Discovery to work, which is like this massive mod for Freelancer that adds like hundreds of ships, hundreds of weapons, like dozens of worlds to the game. But I actually got it to work yesterday, and I was like, oh my god. So I've been playing some Freelancer again, just, you know, going through the new worlds, and there's like all kinds of factions and new ships. So I've been buying, like, I have this like really cool transport ship now and stuff. So all right, let's go through the cavern here so we can move on. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot you can like activate this Signet of Strength. Wasn't there some kind of thing on Guild Wars 2 where like Signet of Strength is like really overpowered now? I saw something like that on Reddit. I don't know, I don't go to the Reddit too often because it's just, in the beginning I used to like going to the Reddit, the Guild Wars 2 Reddit in particular, but these days, man, it's like you see the same 3 posts like over and over and over again. Someone complaining about something that's been complained about like 600 times is like the number 1. Number 2, you get fluff stuff like, oh, here's a picture of this, or here's what I did here, or here's my guildmate, or here's my character in like some stylized version, or some icon that I made that looked like something in Guild Wars 1 or something, blah blah blah. And then the third one is like some kind of noob that has no idea what, you know, what Guild Wars 2, so that they're either talking about like, oh, I'm new to the game, what can I do here, or I like this better than whatever. And that's the only 3 you get, only 3 types of posts. You get new people, you get fluff stuff, and you get people complaining. Nothing informative, nothing interesting that people talk about, and it's just gotten to the point where I'm like, I don't care anymore. Like, I don't go on there anymore. I'm just like, it's the same stuff. So when people are like, have you seen this on Reddit? I'm like, no, but I'm sure it's just like the last 3 posts. So I'm like, I'm too busy for this. If it's something interesting, like if I have downtime, I go in and I like read about stuff or whatever, you know, but like, and I'm not trying to toot my horn, but when I go in there and I post like my videos and it doesn't even get like anywhere close to front page, like at all, like you have to go like 4 pages in to see like the, you know, if you're looking at top posts or hot posts or whatever, you know, and you have to go like 3-4 pages in. I'm like, well, at least I make like semi-original content that not everyone does all the time. But, you know, people are only interested in the same old stuff over and over and stuff. Haiju Lagoon has some nice quests here too. I could finish that one quest. I don't know why I didn't do that. The one over here. That's okay. We'll get there at some point. We'll get there. Because the main quest takes us there, looking for trouble, and that's like over there. But that's okay. Oh yeah, we still got to do this as well. I do want to be like level 20 before we leave this island, because there's so much to do on the island, and it's like my favorite place in Cantha. I like the Jade Sea. I think the Jade Sea is fun, but just, I don't know, Shing Jea feels more like home, you know? It's like where the other stuff is nice, this feels like home, so. Ugh, and here's the Afflicted, hanging out. This is the first time you actually see Afflicted, so. I've been doing my dailies as well. So they like the Zaishin missions and stuff. I've been trying to do that because I'm still trying to do my Zaishin title so that I can get a PvP statue, because that counts as a PvP statue. So I need to get some keys and open that chest. And yeah, so doing that currently. I realize how long my hair has gotten. My hair is so incredibly long again. I gotta get a haircut really bad. Cause like it might not look that long, but if I like pull, like it literally goes like way up here. It's like insanely long. I have to like plaster it down. All right. Oh, I love the dragon lilies. That's such a cool enemy. There again is that little trope that I talked about, where like in like Asian countries they'd like name tiny little things like this is called an island. Like that's not really an island, but it's called an island. So. Hiya! Yeah, nice. That was good. 42. I love power attack. Power attack is really good. Power attack. Yeah, I want to do some fractals tomorrow in Guild Wars 2. Because I'm trying to get more money. I almost spent money today because I was going to go and buy like trophy chests and stuff, or whatever they're called. Like the material chests that you can get in the Season 3 and Season 4 maps. But then I was like, they cost like 1 gold each. Like, or well, those particular ones in Season 4 cost like 1 gold, and then you can get the season 3 ones that cost it's like 20 silver or something. You get so they're a little bit cheaper. I think those are a little bit better to get too, because you have a chance of getting like, if you get the like, it's the packet and the bundle, and I forget which one is which, but if you get the cheaper one, you have a chance of getting Ascended stuff. And I've gotten like fairly lucky. Like I've gotten a lot of Ascended stuff out of these. So you can get like your Spirit Wood planks and your leather, Elonian leather. I mean, like if you get lucky and get one of those, you have like you make like a really good profit if you want to sell them. I mean, I need them for the guild and stuff, but you know, for like money profits, I mean, I would gamble that, because you still get materials even if you don't get it, so you still get money, or you still get something in return for your money, rather. All right, this one right here. So there's 2 quests right here. You can do this quest, which you have to go and get the coin purse, which is the nanny stole the coin purse, and it's right by where that island is, like right behind it. There's a skeleton. She was like eaten by the monsters in the lake or whatever. And then here they talk about, oh, there's a monster in the lake. Wait, I never summoned? Oh, I summoned him in the other map, but I didn't summon him here. But then he talks about the bog beast of Boku. So, but you gotta wait until he tells the story, and then he's like, yeah, actually, that's not just a story, it's actually true. Oh, okay, so you can get, like... It's so weird that they have these. Like, who comes out here to get the materials? And there's Mirko up there. Mirko. Like, who comes out there and says, okay, I want to get materials now from this person, instead of just getting them in town? Ooh. If I get some more, I can get a helmet. That would be nice. You know, I tried to do that in my I did like a, didn't I do like a playthrough of like Guild Wars 1 at some point on stream, and then I tried to like get the collector's armor and like pre-searing, or was it, no, it was before Path of Fire came out. I did a Guild Wars 2 stream, and I tried to stay on just the island, and I wanted to get all the collector's armor on that island. It was like impossible to do. It was like impossible to do because like the specific items that I needed for like a couple of them would like never drop. And I'm like, how are new people supposed to like understand that you don't necessarily need to get this armor? Like it's so crazy to me. Cause it literally, I was there for like hours and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not doing this. Like we're leaving. I'm not waiting any longer. I had to do like Vanquish in the Shattered Ravines. Man, that's an annoying map, okay? That's a really annoying map because you got to switch between the worm and walking on land constantly. But then it's like you have patrols, so you might miss someone, so you got to get back, like go over the same area like constantly. It's really annoying. All right, so now he tells us actually it's true. It really exists. It's right there on this island. So we actually have 2 quests right on that island. And yeah, so having a strength shield is actually really nice. I want to get a really nice strength shield, like, because I don't use tactics. I'm not going to use tactics. It's going to be strength, axe mastery, and then probably, oh, that's it. Just these 2 I want to get out. And just specialize in those. Alright, so now I'm an idiot. I didn't defeat this guy earlier. So now we have not just the bog beast, but also the other boss. We're gonna die. Is this healing? Every time you use a skill. Well, that's fantastic. I don't have anything. Do I have anything to... Cool, I don't. Can we just... whatever. I could flag these down here. I forgot you can flag your people. Come hither. Come this way. Alright guys, go. Okay, I'm gonna kill these guys. Let's kill these guys. Oh god, healing signet takes forever. Oh wow, we're all dying. Yeah, I figured something like that one happened. That's okay. Oh no, the fire him died. That's okay, we're killing stuff. So that's, oh look, another enchanted vine. That's good. Alright, kill that guy. I don't know. They're mesmers, which that's like really dangerous. I'm gonna die before I get there. That's okay, we suck. I should have been smarter about that. That's okay. Oh, damn. Oh yeah, and I forgot to get the, so, whoa. Oh, we're like way back at the beginning. Cool. It's okay. An error occurred with the output. Check your streaming recording seconds. Ooh. Am I still alive? Okay. Hold on, guys. I ran out of space on my thing. I meant to work on that the other day, and then I didn't. Yes, I have nothing left. I know. Hold on. I'm gonna start some of this stuff. Okay, we don't need this. Bye. What's this? Do we need this? What is this? Let's turn off the sound here. Sorry guys, I gotta do some maintenance because I totally forgot to. Oh, you know, I don't even care about these. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, load faster. Jesus Christ. Alright. This should give me... whoa. What's all in there? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna just delete these guys real quick. What does that do? Okay. It doesn't really give me a lot of space either. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that. Some more in the recycling bin. Some of these are pretty large. Goodbye. Alright. That should give me enough space. I don't think it's recording, and that's fine. I don't really care if it's recording today, but I usually record all of them. How much space do I have? Yeah, it should be fine. Alright. Alright, let's get back into this. Sorry about that. Alright. Wait, how did they get here? Didn't I kill them? Oh, I didn't. No, I just kind of... Oh, because they're like over there. I can just walk by them. Okay. Alright, so we suck. I don't have any heroes either, so... Not sure. You know, and again, it goes back to that trope. This is supposed to be a village. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses, and it's supposed to be a village. I'm like... That's really adorable of a concept, but then it's like, I don't think it counts that as its village as well, so... I don't know, it's weird, and then you have this random shovel here. Alright. So, let's fight the dragon lilies first before we go to the beast. Because I just think that we will be able to take care of these guys. They don't have a healer. I don't think anyways. Unless they have some... Ooh, plant fibers. Plant fibers, I used to farm plant fibers. I used to could sell them for like a ton of money. You could farm them like right outside of the Temple of the Ages. And then also you could... there's a mission. Oh god, there's a beast. The beast is coming. There's also a mission. I forgot which mission it was. It's one of the prophecies mission. Where the same kind of monsters... Wait, where did those dragon lilies come from? They weren't here before? Wow. Really? We're losing because some randos... They weren't here before. And you guys are hitting a rock. That's why we're... Wow, really? Look at this, guys. Are you kidding me? We're sucking so bad today. We're so weak now. Ugh, that's just sad. That's just sad. But yeah, you could get like a ton of plant fibers, especially if you went in solo, like in hard mode or something. I used to do it, I think, with like an assassin or something. You can like kill them really quickly and get like a bunch of plant fibers, and you could sell those for like really good money. But I don't like grindy stuff, and I don't like repetitive stuff. I like to do different things in games. Like when I do like fractals, you know, I do like fractals for like an hour, and then I'm like done. Like, I don't know how there's certain people that can sit there for like 5 hours and do fractals over and over and over again. Like, most of the time you do the same ones over and over again. I'm like, how are you not bored to death? Like, I'm so bored. I want to do something different. Oh God. I don't know if oh God, he got killed. Cool. Okay. 134 with overload. Again, you guys are hitting a fucking rock. It's so annoying. Okay, now you're not hitting a rock anymore, so now you're actually doing some damage. Man, positioning is so important in this game. Oh, I could share this on Facebook too. Let's share it on the fake book. Alright, let's kill this guy so we can defeat the... Can someone revive me? Like, why is our healer not reviving me? It's just bogus. Bogus crap. Oh, thank you. Wow, and then she died. I love that so much. Hiya! Alright. Okay, are we done sucking now? Not with me, you're not. Hold on. Okay, enough of that. Enchanted Vine. Okay, we gotta find more of the dragon lilies, but let's kill this beast here. Hiya. Okay. Cha. Cha. Hit me. Okay. You didn't hit me. Dead. Oh, it's a tower shield. I gotta identify that. Maybe it gives me more health. Alright, maybe I can get another vine from these guys. Woo! Give me a vine, please. Cha. No, just money. Okay. Well, there's the bleach bones. That's the ravenous drake ate her. Ate the nanny who stole the money. Oop. But it's like a turtle dragon. We'll actually see those more later, I think. Yep, there it is. Because that's the bleach bones of the lady. Alright, let's kill some of these guys. Well, these guys drop the vines, don't they? I don't know. Is it... Can either of them drop? I think either of them can drop them. Like, I think the dragon lilies can drop them too. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. I'm gonna fight. Okay. Oh, I was like, who are we fighting? Trying to get rid of all this death penalty. It's not good. And maybe I can get another enchanted vine. I'm never gonna get that other quest done now, not having died so much. So I'm gonna have to backtrack and do the other quest first. I don't. I'll sell it, but I'm not super interested in swords. Cane. I don't care about that. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to go back here to get rid of the death penalty and then start the quest over there. Because once you go into the area over here, the it's like way down here somewhere. I don't know if it's maybe that right there, but you can get like higher level party members, and I think you can get 6 as well. So we'll have some extra party members to help us out, which is always nice. All right. Oh no, this is the right, but it is torn, empty, and covered in. Is that blood? How will I pay for? Okay. All right. So she doesn't have any money now to pay for her kids' stuff, and then that's okay. And then we finish this up, and we level up. Beautiful. Okay. Let's go back into town. Because like I said, we cannot do that quest yet. That big one. The captured sun right now. So we're going to do this. The main quest for now. And hopefully... Okay, we have like 5. That's fine. Oh, I need to find buy an identification kit. I forgot about that. All right. I don't know if I want to sell those, because I know you can get some stuff for it. Let's just get an identification kit. Did I actually buy one? Okay. It didn't give me like sound effect or anything. That was weird. Energy +2 on that. I don't need energy, so didn't I? Oh, there's a shield. Oh, cool. Fantastic. Useless. I'm gonna sell the key too, because I never get out of the, and I don't care about that. I don't care about any of this. I guess I'll keep the, I don't care. Materials or whatever, no one cares. I'll keep those, because if I can get one more, I can get that helmet, and that'll be nice. Because I am trying to stay on Shing Jea for a while still. Because you're supposed to leave like after the next mission, but then there's also that bonus one where you can get extra attribute points. And like I said, I do want to be level 20 by the time I leave, because when you're not level 20 and you go to the mainland, you're like way under leveled up here and you die very easily, so that's not fun. Alright, we have to wait, where is it? Oh, it's like 3 here. Let's summon the imp. Hiya. Okay. Oh. Are we fighting him down there? No? Okay. But the Sensali here. Watch yourselves as a tactics thing, though, so I don't know. I need to find some good strength stuff. That maybe gives me some boost to something. But we shall see as we go along. Yep. Today is Guild Wars 1. Tomorrow will be Guild Wars 2. I'm just excited for End of Dragons, you know? Finally some... Going back to Cantha, man. Let's kill this guy. Is he getting... He's getting healed by those guys down there. For this guy. Hiya. It's like I think a lot of people are really excited for this. For Guild Wars 2 to be going to Cantha. Okay, you guys aren't doing anything. It's because you guys are positioned terribly. Come over here. There you go. Now you can do your thing. Now you can do your thing. fine. Hiya. Hiya. Eh. Come on. Can't even kill one dude. Money. I like money. How much money do I have? Oh. Got another key. Alright. There's a boss here. In what sense? As in like just legendary weapons, or all of the legendary stuff? I mean, if we're talking about in general, like how to acquire them and stuff, I would have looked to Guild Wars 1. I mean, if I'm a developer for Guild Wars 2, I would have been working on Guild Wars 1, and I would have looked at, okay, how did we do that? Like, I don't like the idea of being able to just outright buy legendaries. So for the, see, there's a rock stuck in his hand. It's kind of weird. So what they did with the first legendaries was like really horrible, and I think they realized that, and they stopped it with, you know, the second set of legendary weapons where you could just outright buy them on the TP, because I think that just created this weird, like, I think it gave way to a lot of what we talked about last time, where you know, the like gold to gem conversion and stuff, like that kind of stuff. I think those legendaries, I think, exasperated those issues, because there was actually stuff, like actually important items to get on the TP. So I think it caused that to like just be really bad, where they're like, oh, I can get full legendary, like, or I can get like a legendary set of weapons just by spending this and this much money, or converting gold to gems, or whatever it was, you know. But I think what I would have done is I would have looked at Guild Wars 2 and looked at titles specifically. And I think the system that they have in place now for Guild Wars 2, it took them too long to get to that point, but I think they finally figured it out, where they have the masteries, right? And then you have to train the mastery, which unlocks you being able to craft like one version of a weapon, and then you have to like craft that version of the weapon, but then you have to also unlock like more masteries and get like this in order to get the next set. And that's what I would have done, like where you which they kind of do that now with the precursors, where you like build on the precursors. You know, you have like if you're building the legend, you know, you have like different levels of that you have to go through in order to do that. But I would have done that for just a whole legendary weapon, you know, where you have to like really work on it, and just, you know, and I think I would have done like, okay, you craft the level 1, so you learn the mastery or whatever it is. So I think I would have tied it to maybe faction points. That's why I was looking at like titles and stuff. So for example, they could have had where Bifrost, you need so and so many faction points with the Order of Whispers in order to get the plan for the first level of the Bifrost, okay? For the like the schematics, what are they called again? The blueprints or whatever. So you would have to unlock that, and you would have to do that for every tier. So you have to do like Order of Whispers missions or bounties or something, and that's what I would have made. Like I would have made bounties that you have to go around the world, do it. So then you craft your first level of the Bifrost, but it's a it's a blue weapon, right? How we have the blue, green, yellow, and then it's orange, and then it's pink, and then it's purple, right? That's the like tier coloration. It's like the common, uncommon, rare, blah blah blah. So I would have the first level be a blue, then the second level be green, third level, and do it like 5 levels to the point where you have then a legendary. And you have to craft each one, and each one requires you, because what I really hate about the whole legendary journey thing that they have now for like the precursors and stuff, the thing that really bothers me with it is that it doesn't take that much to really get to the point where you have the precursor, but then you have the precursor and then they want you to do like get all the materials. I wish that they would have split all those materials that you need to make the legendary, split it up into making the precursor too, you know, and just kind of have it where you don't need it all at once, because I think that's where me personally I kind of lose interest, because it's like, okay, you need to get like the vials of magic or whatever, and you need like 250 of the like T6 bones or whatever that you need to have that in order to craft that. But that's like so much to do. Like if you split that up where it's like the first level needs 20, the second level needs 50, the third level needs 100, you know, and you kind of split the 250 that the whole legendary needs amongst all the different levels, it would have been actually like really feel like a progression. So, and you know, you could have it, and that way the weapon that you're using, it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm still using this, like, because I hate that when you craft them, they're immediately like exotic weapons. Like the early precursor weapons are automatically like exotic weapons, and I'm like, it doesn't really feel like you're like crafting a legendary, because you're already like on exotic level the first time you build one of the blueprints for a legendary weapon. It should really start with like, okay, we're building this weapon from scratch and we're making it really cool, but we're starting out with this really crappy weapon and it's blue at first, and if you want to use it, then okay, you can use it, but it's not going to be that good. You have to like really work on it to get it good, you know, like in a movie where they have like a sword that's like, you think of like Wind Waker, you know, where you get the Master Sword, but it's like not powered up, and you have to like power it up. So you have to like go and do these like quests to power it up and stuff. So something like that, you know, where I think that would be, and I think I would have done the same for armors. I really hate that they locked the armors behind raiding. Because it's like, I'm never gonna get a legendary armor, like not even close, because I don't raid. I've never raided before, and I'm kind of like, okay, cool. And I can't even, at this point, I can't even say I want to outright buy it. I can't even do that. So I wouldn't have locked the legendary armor behind that, you know. And I think, from what I understand, they kind of did legendary weapon kind of well too, because you have to get like the insights or whatever in order to like unlock the different pieces or something. You have to get like the currency in the raids in order to get it, you know. That's what I always like, and I think they've figured out now that they need to use currency more than just in-game gold and stuff. They've kind of like figured that out now. The only problem that I have with it is that now we have this like abundance of currencies, and that kind of annoys me. I'm like, why can't you base it off of like one currency? Like if I had a currency based system, I would make it where the currencies that you have earned up until this point kind of still mean something. Where like, for example, if I were to release a raid wing, okay, and this is like raid wing 1, whatever, you know, or I release, let's say, a dungeon, okay, I release a dungeon, and with it comes this currency, okay, you get 1 stone, okay, per run through, whatever, it doesn't matter. So I would have made so, and you can with that currency, you can get legendary weapons or whatever. You have to like grind it 100 million times or something, whatever. But then I release another one, and I release like another legendary weapon or something. So I would have then made it to the point where so now for the second dungeon you need wood in order to make it. But I would have made it where like you can make stone into wood, not as a like 1-to-1 where like 1 stone is 1 wood, but where it's like 10 stones is 1 wood or something, where you convert it over. I would really like it if Guild Wars 2 had like some kind of conversion system on some of their currencies. I understand that you don't want to do that on everything, like karma, for example. I always liked that you couldn't do karma into gold because it's really easy to get karma. But I wish for some of the stuff, because when you look at like the Eye of the North, for example, and you have all the strikes with all those like different crystals that you can get, and then you have to like get like, but in order to get the weapons, you have to get this currency, and then you have to do this currency, and then you have to like, I don't know, it just becomes so bloated. You know, you look at the wallet and you see, you look at the currency tab that we have, and we have all these freaking currencies in there. Like for the dungeons, for example, one thing that I would have done is maybe, again, do the same thing where not every dungeon has a different currency. I wouldn't have done that at first. I would have done that like later, because once they abandoned dungeons and they didn't update them anymore, I would have made it where, okay, you get dungeon tokens. That's all we're calling them, dungeon tokens. And depending on what you're looking to get, like you want to get the Ascalonian catacomb armor, it's going to be a lot cheaper in dungeon tokens than getting the Ara dungeon armor. That's going to be a whole lot more expensive. So you still have like where, okay, yes, I can run through just the Ascalonian catacombs in order to get the Ara dungeon armor, but it's not going to be as efficient because maybe in that particular dungeon you don't get as many dungeon tokens. You get more when you do the Ara dungeon because that's a harder dungeon to do. So that way you don't necessarily get the, oh, it doesn't matter which dungeon I do. It's like it still matters which dungeon you do, but I could say I'm gonna run through Ara 3 times and get the Ascalonian catacomb weapon set or armor set or something, and that way I don't have to go through that. I don't know, like maybe that wouldn't be as nice either, but like I said, I just think it's like over bloated with currencies. So I like the currency system, but then it's like, it's just too much sometimes. So I'm kind of going the wrong way. So, but yeah, I kind of would have made like a mesh of different things, and I just think that the way legendaries are right now, I'm not sure if I like it the way they're. Yeah, pretty much like that. Yeah, exactly. Because that's, you know what? I didn't even think about that. That's exactly what I'm kind of talking about. Where you can convert the Z coins into like higher tiers. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. And I think that was a system that really worked for Guild Wars 1. Because you could say, oh, I got to save up my Z coins to get this like really expensive item, or I can just spend it on cheaper stuff, you know? But you have a system built on that where you don't bloat the whole system. If they were to transfer the whole Zaishin mission thing, Zaishin challenge thing over to Guild Wars 2, you would see that like each tab would get like a different currency. And you have to get like these currencies, and you have to get a combination of these currencies, and then you have to like do these missions in order to get this type of currency. And it's just like, why are you restricting me? So like, give me, you know, they so advertise Guild Wars 2 to like play your way. I'm like, okay, why can't I just go and do this one thing and get this currency that I can now maybe transfer over? And it doesn't have to be 1-to-1, you know. With the Zaishin coins, it takes a long time to get like a gold coin, you know. I mean, because we have like, you get like for 50 copper coins you get 1 silver, and then for 10 silver you get 1 gold coin. So it takes like quite a while to even get like 1 gold coin, even if you do like everything hard mode and stuff. So but yeah, I like that type of system. I think that would have worked a lot better. So I don't like that the legendary weapons and then, you know, the precursors, they kind of fix that too, because they added the like, oh, you can get precursors now through doing like the achievement thing or whatever, and like you can craft them or whatever, because in the beginning it was like, oh, either you can mystic forge it or you have to like get lucky on a drop. But there's people that have played like 15,000 hours and have never gotten a precursor drop. So they had a lot of oh, I didn't even realize that all these guys were getting their butts kicked over here. Well, not really. But yeah, I think that there is now, it's gotten to the point where I think Guild Wars 2 now has like, it just really has this problem where instead of looking at these problems, at these issues of currencies and dungeons and legendaries and how to acquire certain items and gold to gems and stuff, it's been like ignored, and they just bloat it with more. Like every time we get a new release, we have a new currency that comes in. And it's like, why can't you know, you had Unbound Magic, and then they stopped doing Unbound Magic and did Volatile Magic, and then they stopped doing Volatile Magic, and now they're just doing, you know, whatever. And it's just like, oh my god, why can't you just stick to like one thing, you know, and make, you know, then if you're releasing something and you're worried about, oh, I don't want people stocking up on Unbound Magic until the next release that's coming out in half a year, you know, and they would have enough to buy it, then make it really expensive for them to get it. You know what I mean? Where it takes like a long time to get or something. You know, I don't know. It's just, there's certain things where it's like, it's so, they're at a spot now where even if they wanted to change the whole thing, they would have to put so many resources into fixing it that it would just be too much, probably, because they've just done it. You know, they've ignored that issue, they've ignored those issues, and they've just piled it on and piled it on and piled it on to the point where it's like, okay, you're making it worse with every release, and it's been going on 9 years now, to the point where it's like, okay. And they've tried to like do it with certain things. I know, you know, they went back and tried to do the whole dungeon thing where you can get like a set amount every day and you get a little bit more, but you only get it like once a day. Like, you know, they did little changes and stuff, but overall I think, you know, because then you go into fractals, and then there's like 20 different variety of things there, because you have like regular fractal relics, but then you also have pristine relics, but then you also have to find the like ascended stuff, the ascended materials and stuff to like the little things, they're like of the mists, the like blob of the mists or something, whatever they're called. You have to find those as well, and that's just for fractals. You can't use those anywhere else. And it's like, dude, what? Like, I don't know, it's just dumb to me. You know, you can't find them anywhere else, so you have to do fractals, and you can't, you can use it on your like ascended gear, on any ascended gear, which that's nice, but it's just, okay, we can only find that there. Like, why don't you make that, like, we had a whole thing where like Kralkatorg is going in the mists. Why can't I find like on Dragonfall these same items? That would be kind of cool, right? I don't know. It's just, instead of bloating it with more stuff. I feel very strongly about a lot of those things. And maybe, yeah, you did ask the perfect questions, but honestly, I'm a type of person, I can make a rant about everything. I can make a long rant about everything, anything and everything. But yeah, I mean, I wish they would, because you know, looking at End of Dragons, it's gonna get to the point where the same thing is going to happen. We all know that's going to happen. We all know that that's what End of Dragons is going to be like. We're going to get 20,000 different new things. Like, they don't look at old currencies. They don't look at those things. So, I wish they did. Like, obsidian shards, you know? Why can't I buy stuff with that, for example? Like, give me, you know, beside legendary equipment. Ooh, who made that? I don't want these. Okay, can we revive them? Oh, I have a revival thing. I feel very strongly because I know how good Guild Wars 2 could really be as a game. And I know there's a lot of people that have left the game because of those issues, where they're like, oh, the developers don't know what they're doing because they keep on doing this, like, they keep on ignoring these issues that are in the game. So just kind of like, it really hurts, like, it pains me because I'm like, I love Guild Wars 2 and I love Guild Wars 1 and I love the world and stuff, but I understand that certain things are just kind of so. But it is what it is, and whether I don't think they're going to change it. My hopes just are really that I hope that for like Guild Wars 3 or whatever comes after. I mean, Guild Wars 2 isn't going to be the end, okay? It's not. Guild Wars 2 is not going to be WoW, where it lives for like 15 years. We all know it's. I mean, my theory is that End of Dragons is going to be the last expansion. I mean, they can say, you know, people will be like, oh, well, they said that that's not the end of the story. It's not going to be the end of the story. We're probably going to get another season, but if End of Dragons isn't as amazing, like super amazing, then more people are going to leave the game, and eventually, you know, it's already dying down now. I'm not saying it's a dead game. I'm not saying no one wants to play it. I'm not saying no one gives a crap about Guild Wars 2. I know a ton of people that do, but, you know, it's just, I just think that there's going to be something after Guild Wars 2, and it's going to be sooner than some people might think. What do you want? Oh, I have to go like all the way across there. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to just get to Zendaijan. So, but I think that I hope that the lessons learned through Guild Wars 2, Guild Wars 1 was like a really good game, and then Guild Wars 2 they wanted to do different things, and they wanted to. Guild Wars 2 was like their game to reinvent everything all the time. They have to reinvent everything, and it works out sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. Mounts, for example, was an amazing success. Okay, no one can deny that those are like the best mounts in any MMO ever. They're really good. Okay, can they be improved? Anything can be improved on, but I think that they really hit it out of the park with those. And I hope that all this like trying to reinvent the wheel and seeing that a lot of the stuff failed and didn't work out for them, that they learned that maybe we don't need to reinvent the wheel at every turn. Sometimes it's okay to leave things the way they are or copy it from somewhere else because it's working there. So, and I hope that for the next game that they make, that's going to be a thing. That they kind of like, they look at Guild Wars 1 and they look and they see, oh, you know what? That really worked out. We can put that in exactly like that. People really would like that to be a thing. Instead of sitting there as like, okay, well, we want to add this, like dungeons, for example, but we got to completely change how they are. We don't want just a regular dungeons. We just need something really crazy and cool and awesome and something that no one has ever made. Like, no, we just want dungeons. Just give us dungeons. Regular old good dungeons. That's all we want. All right, let's get in there. So that's my hope for Guild Wars 3 or Guild Wars whatever. Is it going to be called Guild Wars? Probably not, because, you know, I don't know. I just think we're kind of done with Guild Wars as a name. As a name. It's just dumb. It's like we don't even have Guild versus Guild anymore. And that's another thing. I think that they should. They haven't, but they should maybe work on like more guild stuff. Like who would let me pose this question. Who would like it if they were to add more guild stuff? Like who would be against it? Who would be for it and who would be against it? I'd be for it. I think some new guild missions, and like I said, don't reinvent the wheel. I don't mean, oh, we need a new type of guild mission that's gonna be so amazing where you do this and this. No, just add more of the same. All right, add some for, you know, we have it in like base Tyria. Why can't we add expansion guild wars to bounties and stuff, like guild bounties? Like we don't utilize those maps really anymore. It would be kind of cool if we could get some stuff in there for it, I think, anyways. Okay, yeah, it's a good team. All right. Oh, let's talk to that guy to get our reward. So I think it would be cool to have a some more Guild Wars 2 missions, guild missions. We leveled up. Yeah. Some more strength. 10 strength. Each one gives me armor penetration. Ooh, 10% armor penetration. Add some bounties, add some guild tracks, add some challenges, add that kind of stuff, you know, maybe add a guild hall. Apparently there's an error. Alright, let me know how the video is, because apparently it's not working too well. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure what's going on, but we're level 14, guys. Woohoo! Oh, we're really kicking butt now. Everyone's level 16. They're really strong. We have a good team going. We got Sue with her minions. Yeah, I don't know why it's giving me an error message on the video. I'm not losing any frames. I've lost some frames, but I always do playing Guild Wars. Because anytime I load into like a map, it like sucks my whole internet dry. To the point where I'm like, everything else just gets neglected. Like when I watch a video or something, I load into a map in Guild Wars 2 and it's just like everything stops. My whole computer just stops. I'm saving up for a new computer, or at least like getting some new parts and stuff put in. But I know there's like a chip shortage, and they were saying like the chip shortage is gonna be like until like 2022, and I'm like, oh god, that's such a long time. But I still need time to like save up anyways, so that's fine. But I would like to have a good computer so I could keep doing this. Ooh, augmented flesh. Delicious. Aw. I mean, I'm just excited to go back to Cantha, but imagine having like guild missions in Cantha. I just kind of get really tired of like, because again, you know, with the expansions, like I think they've slowly been improving on a lot of different things. So they kind of have done the same with like the environments and the enemies and stuff. It'd be really cool to have some of those kinds of enemies as guild bounties, or you know, there's really cool environments in the expansions maybe that not a lot of people go to, so they could have guild tracks there. Or they could add on to like a map somewhere to make a guild challenge or something. You know, they could have like a guild challenge in like Tarir, for example. You know how you have the little labyrinth that comes out? Like, why can't that be? Is that a thing already? I don't know if that's a thing. I seem to remember something like that. But isn't there a guild challenge that's like that? I think that's what I'm remembering. I think there's a guild challenge that's like that. So Yeah, I mean, for me, like, and I feel like I speak for other people when I say those things, because I'm very easily satisfied in video games, because I'm a very busy person and I don't have time to sit there and grind games like 5 to 10 hours a day like I used to. You know, that's where people get passionate about, because they want to play the same game for like 10 hours a day. I can't do that. So for me, it's like, oh no, some good voice acting and some decent story that doesn't last like 5 minutes is all I need. It's really how it is for me, you know. It's like I just don't want to be through End of Dragons. Like that was the thing with Path of Fire. Like, I love the story, I played through the story, but then at that time in my life I had just started streaming, and I'm like, I was playing a lot of video games at the time still, so I'm like, oh man, I want more stuff. Like, there's no reason to go back to these maps and stuff. So I hope they add some really cool Cantha armors too, because some of those Cantha armors are really awesome. Like, I'm thinking of like the Mesmer armor that you get, like the I think it's the Shing Jea armor or whatever. Looks so good on female Mesmers. I want to get one like that. That looks so cool. And I want to see, like, the Echovald Forest is it's not stone anymore. Oh man, I can't wait to see all that. So I could defeat that guy again over here and get maybe I guess, I mean, it's risky, but that's just me. I want to get a morale boost. Why is it okay? I lost some frames like a second ago. Why is it doing that? My internet is fine. My internet is fine. Whatever. Bone collector, die! Alright. Tin Dao Kainang. Now, is he named? Why is he named like that? That's interesting. I really hope they give us some deep lore too. Oh man, I think Cantha, like in particular, has like, cause like, I don't know, the Crystal Desert. I can't even. I don't know. Right game. In the Crystal Desert, there's only. What specific thing? That's really hard. What's all in the game that that's really tough. That's really hard. Like, there's so many things where I'd be like, oh, I want that. Like, I'm thinking of like, okay, I would never want dual classing, because I think that's just, it's not fitting for Guild Wars 2, and it's kind of, it doesn't fit and it doesn't work. I think that elite specs take that place. And that's what they're supposed, I feel like that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to like combine, like, or make a class feel like a different class by like combining some ideas together. So in turn making, like, you know, hybrid classes or something. But maybe the skill variety. I mean, I like having a short skill bar. And in Guild Wars 2, we don't get many more. We only get like 2 more skills. But I get to pick what skills I want. And we talked about that last time. And I think that's like one of the biggest things that bugs me. Where I'm like, I wish I could just like openly pick my skills. But I don't know if that's the one thing that I would pick. It's so hard to say, because I also like having companions, but I know that doesn't really, like heroes and stuff, I know that doesn't work in the setting of Guild Wars 2. I don't know, it's really hard to say. There's so many things where I'd be like, I wish they had like an iteration of that in Guild Wars 2. Like I said, the like Zaishin thing, for example. The like Zaishin, the way the bounties and stuff, like, that's really cool. You know, that's like, but we already have that. We have daily missions in Guild Wars 2. That's supposed to be the exact same thing, but it feels so much different because it's just built differently, because it's a different game, you know? So, I don't know. It's just, oh god, we're not gonna make this. There's way too many freaking people here. Attack him! Go! Hiya! Oh, we got him. We got one of them at least. Hehe. The priest. Get the priest. Get the priest. Gotta get all the healers. So, yeah, for me it's really hard to say, like, this is this particular thing that I want. Because I can, you know, a lot of people don't look at what Arena has to deal with or what they're trying to do sometimes. I see them trying to use certain things as like, this is the substitute. Like, we have our daily missions, which are supposed to be a substitute for Zaishin missions. But Zaishin missions were different. Things like, oh, you know what would be really cool? Vanquish would be really cool. And I know that it doesn't really work, but I think we did talk about that last time too. Where what they could do is they could have you enter an instance of like a small area of like, okay, this part of Queensdale, okay, and you know, we have instance missions, we already know, like, but you have to defeat every enemy in there. Oh, Underworld? Well, so Underworld as an area, or like Underworld as in like the concept of having this elite mission at the end? Because that would be cool too. But again, it's different because we have that. We have raids. It's supposed to be the same thing. It's not the same thing, but it is, because it's just two different games. It's really hard to, like, you know what I mean? It's like, because I look at the problems that Arena runs into, and it's like they're just two different games. Because in Guild Wars 1, you go to the Underworld and you have to do different missions, travel around the Underworld, and then defeat Doom at the end. It's kind of the same in the raid. You kind of go around doing different missions, and then you have to defeat Doom at the end. So it's like, okay, you know, you kind of have the same concept there. So it's really hard for me to, oh my god, why do I keep on doing this? I never drop anything. I did it again, guys. I tried to grab it to drink out of it. I didn't have anything there this time, so it's fine. And I don't drink, like, I'm not drunk. So clearly I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So, I mean, unless of course you mean like Underworld in a different sense, where you're talking about like, well, you know, this way or that way or whatever. So, all right, we're gonna attack head on because we kind of cleared the oh god, there's still so many left. Never mind, we're gonna go around. Oh, there's a wooden, oh, that's a tactics shield. I don't want a tactics shield, I want a strength shield, please. God, I can't believe I did that again. It's so ridiculous. Oh, there's still so many left. Alright, well, I'll park you guys here and get this person. Yeah, come to me. Attack! Oh. Ooh. Meaning, like, but I mean, isn't that kind of what like expansion level areas are? Specifically, like I'm thinking like the first time we went to Verdant Brink, that's what it felt like, right? Because everything was really hard and stuff, and people died. I died a ton, so it was like an elite area. I don't know, I'm just trying to understand. I'm not trying to, like, you know, I don't know what the word would be, but, like, to say, like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'm not, that's not, I'm just trying to figure out, like, how they could make it work. Because it's, like, the expansion areas are supposed to be, like, the elite areas, right? And it's, like, they're supposed to feel, like, hard and stuff. And I think for new players, because we're in the mindset of we're veteran players, but you got to think of new players, and that's what I think about too. It's like, okay, maybe the reason why, okay, so that's a whole different thing. Okay, that's a whole different talk. There's no consequences for dying in game, and you know what, I agree with that. And I think that's where Guild Wars 1 in particular did a really, really nice job. And I think that the concept of death penalty, it would be really nice to have. And okay, and that's where, like, you know, where you say, oh, I would like to have an area where you have to, like, survive, but then you also, if you die, you get a penalty for it, or you might even completely have to, like, restart something, right? And that's where I completely agree. That kind of stuff has kind of gone away. And one way to fix that is, yeah, you could have instance areas where they don't have waypoints, and if you die, you have to, like, do it again. But I think they could combine that with, like, vanquishing, right? I think that would be really fun. So put me in an instance area of Queensdale, for example, okay? And it's only gonna be, you know, the like swamp area, for example. Fill it up with enemies that are patrolling around, and make them level 80, you know, or make them level 90, or make them, like, really strong. And you have, like, and you get death penalty like in Guild Wars 1. And if you hit, just like in a regular, like, hard mode area in Guild Wars 1, if you hit, like, -60, you're out. You're done. That would be really cool. I think that would be really fucking cool. So you could go into that area and it really tests your strength. And then they could have, like, you could do it alone. You could do it with 5-man, with 10-man. Or they could even have, like, big areas where it's like a whole map and you have, like, 30 people that have to do it together. And they could, like, vanquish the whole area together or something. But they make it, like, really, really hard, where it's like enemies are just, like, scaled up to, like, level 100, and there's just so many enemies around. And they, like, barely even, like, take any damage from your attacks, and you really need, like, 30 people to go through it or something, you know. Or you could do it by yourself, and they're just regular level 80 enemies, and you can have, like, they could bring back, for example, bosses, named bosses that are, like, maybe elites or something. They don't have to be necessarily champions, but they could be, like, elites or something, and you get, like, a morale boost every time you defeat them or something, because they already have a mechanic for morale boost. They use it for Drizzlewood Coast. You know, they have the morale boost in there that you can get and stuff. Okay, so I want to go over on this side because I want to do skin the snake. All right. So I think that would be really cool. I think that would be something that I could see even be like a guild thing, a guild mission. Vanquish, you know, vanquish this area, and you know, it's like has like consequences, but you can get really, like, you can get some kind of currency at the end that you can buy stuff with, you know, and you can slowly work your way up to maybe getting a legendary guild armor. I don't know, I think that would be really cool. But yeah, the concept of like death penalty and the concept of like, oh, I'm just gonna go back to this waypoint real quick. It's just, you know, it makes it really easy. It makes the game really easy. So take that away from people and all of a sudden, you know, and they could call it like, and they could, you know, they have already created this where it's like we have a hub for that, like Eye of the North, and it's like, okay, you can just use that. Like regular questing, I don't know, I'm not huge on it. Yeah, but I think like I think fractals are just designed differently. A lot of them are like designed like tunnel-y. They're not like area. I like the concept of having an area and then you can have like you know, enemies patrolling in that area. You know, that would be really nice. Like, you know, we have this whole lagoon right here, and then enemies patrol the area, and you have to go to like every corner, like how vanquishing is in Guild Wars 1. Fractals are designed a little bit different because they're like tunnels that you go through, right? They're like straightforward one path. You take that path, that's where you need to go, and then there's a boss at the end. So they could do this. I mean, they could incorporate that, but also, again, I don't think there is too much of punishment in fractals either. There really isn't, because it's like, okay, we'll just restart it again. Oh, we'll just restart it again. No, we'll just reset it. It's fine, you know, whatever. I really want it where, because the cool thing for me about vanquishing is like, you have to sometimes kill like 300 enemies. Like I did Saknoth Valley, and you almost get like 400 enemies in that map, and you mess up like a couple of times and you're done, and you have to redo the whole thing. But based on how many enemies you killed, you get like better rewards, and it feels really rewarding because you're like, wow, I killed all these enemies. You know, I just want like a big area where they do it. You know, and like I said, they can use maps they already have. They don't have to get new maps, so. Well, they could do that. Elite Fractals. I mean, we have a hub, so it would just be utilizing that same hub. They could integrate it into Fractals. Yeah, that's an idea. You know, and like I said, they can use maps they already have. I mean, there's so many maps out there already. They don't have to create a new map, so that already saves them like development time. Just throw in some really strong enemies, some named enemies, bring back death penalty, no waypointing, and once you hit -60, you're out, you're done. You have to redo the whole thing, and really have in each area not just like 10-20 enemies. No, have like 200 enemies that you have to defeat. Like, that's still a ton of enemies to do in Guild Wars 2. So, but I also wish that they would do, like, I don't know, like I said, integrated for guild stuff too. I wish that was a thing. So, but yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think that's something I could see that being a thing. I don't know, I just really hope that they kind of work on that kind of stuff. I want them to kind of improve the stuff they already have, like improve fractals, make them more interesting. Like I was doing fractals yesterday, and I was like, man, I've been doing, like, it was interesting because as someone that, when fractals first came out, I played the shit out of fractals. I was playing fractals every day. Every day I was doing fractals. It was just, that's what I was doing. Okay. And it got to the point where I got bored of it, and then they added some more fractals, and every time they've added a fractal, I've kind of gone back to fractals and stuff. It kind of holds your interest for a little bit because you want to get achievements and you want to kind of see what's blah blah blah. But yesterday I was playing fractals, and it was all like new people, and they didn't know anything about fractals, and I was like, good for them to like not not know how the game. Oh, there you go. They could have that too. They don't even need a death penalty. They could have still a death penalty, but if the whole group wipes, you're done. See, I think, yeah, I think that would be really, really good. With some good mechanics on bosses and stuff, that would be really nice. But then also have the rewards be good, you know, so. But yeah, and it was all like new people in the fractals. And I was kind of like, good for them to not know, because a lot of them were like, well, where do we go here? What do we do here? And what was the one thing where they were like, oh, where you have to do the hammer with the giant, and one dude grabbed the hammer and he didn't know what to do, and another guy was like, if you don't know what to do with the hammer, just drop the hammer. And it's like, dude, he doesn't know how to play it. But it was like good. But to me, it's become boring. Like, we need to, you know, we need more fractals. We do. And it sounds maybe ridiculous saying we need 100 fractals, but in order to make it feel fresh, we really need a big selection of fractals, because every fractal feels old now. But if we have a bigger selection, they don't feel as old. You know, they don't feel as annoying. So, as, you know, annoying and samey as they always do. So, okay, we gotta go back here. I've done like every quest. Yeah, I don't care. So we have to do this down here. We could come back from the Runmusu Gardens. We did that last time, and I was better that way. I mean, I don't think there's a way. No, you have to go through the monastery. You can't. Yeah, or like, you know, I mean, yeah, I could see that, but have it be where it doesn't take you like 2 minutes. Oh, I gotta turn that in. I didn't turn in the thing. Let me do that first. You know, I don't want it where it's like, oh, I've played it 10 times and now I can make this precursor or something, where you really have to like do it a lot. You know, and I also think like hard mode in Guild Wars 1 is like a really good addition. Like, it's really something where it's like, okay, this is like really challenging now, but you also get like better rewards for it and stuff. Like with the Zaishin keys and stuff, they kind of, but they, like I said, they try to integrate it where they have like the challenge modes now for the fractals and stuff. So they did add that stuff, but it just doesn't feel the same. So. But I think, like, specifically about, like, rewards and stuff, I think they're slowly learning how to, like, the best way to do rewards. I think they're slowly getting a grasp on, like, how to do rewards. Even though, like, the last weapon collection or whatever, they're, like, thousands of gold. You have to, like, invest, like, 2,000 gold or something. It would be the cost to even get the set done or something. I didn't even work for it because to me they didn't look that good, and we have so many weapon options and so many, like, you know what I really like, what really bugs me, and I think they understand that as well, is like the whole concept of the only big rewards is armor and weapons, but then they have to make it flashier and flashier and flashier. And it's like, I don't know, so, you know, and then we still have the issue with like the gem store where all the nice and flashy weapons go in the gem store. Like, it would be really cool to have that as like a reward, you know, the things that they that they give you in the gem store, have those as like actual rewards, you know. It's like, hey, you can either play this 50 times or you can buy it in the gem store. Like, give me an option, dude. Yeah, I mean, that's true with the Bone Dragon staff, but you get like other rewards and because you have to do like, don't you have to do like a specific dungeon or something to get it, where it like drops or something? So you get like other stuff, and you still get like you still get like points towards your titles and stuff. Like, if that was all gone, if the only reward was to get a chance at the Bone Dragon staff, you probably wouldn't have replayed that content constantly, right? Because if that's the only chance you have, is like the RNG of this one item, that the RNG is like really crappy, or you might not actually get the stats that you want on it. It might not, you want it for like a particular character or whatever, and you probably wouldn't have replayed it, but you get other rewards for it that were pretty good still. You got points, you leveled up your stuff or whatever, and I don't know, it's just kind of goes, they just knew better how to, like, they knew how to do rewards better in Guild Wars 1 than they do now. So how would I rework dynamic events? I don't know. I might be like on a completely like opposite end of that spectrum, but I don't think that they necessarily need a rework. I like dynamic events. I think they're pretty straightforward and pretty simple. I don't know. I really don't know how to answer that, because I honestly, that's not something that I would tackle. I don't see that to be a major issue in Guild Wars 2, and I don't see that being, because I look at other MMOs and they still have regular questing, which, and you did say like I wish they would bring back questing, and I wish they did have some kind of questing system where I could set out and do quests, where I go to Tabo Pa out on Shing Jea Island and I decide to do his quest and get a reward for it. That would be cool, right? I wish I could give that, but if I was given the task to rework it, if someone said change, oh, that's so hard. It's like such a tough question. I'm really trying to think right now, and it's really hard because I don't know. Like, work on the scaling, maybe. Some of the scaling doesn't really work for some events. Maybe have the events when they first introduced Guild Wars 2, the big thing was dynamic events that would affect the world around them. The only thing they ever do is maybe change something visually, and then maybe block a waypoint or something, and you can't use that waypoint. But I wish that maybe they go to like an extreme of that. Like, I would rework it to maybe in this new map that we have, there's an invasion of demons, or let's take something like Tarir. Let's take Auric Basin, for example, right? And we talk about, does anything happen when you finish the Octavine, like the whole meta event? Like, nothing really happens, right? Whether you win or lose, it's just one of the exalted offer. If you lose, one of the exalted sacrifices themselves, right? And we don't know who they are. We don't really care about the story. It's whatever, and nothing really changes. You still get the same access to everything. What would be really cool is if you lose it, all of a sudden the Mordrim in the area become extremely strong, and you have no access to Tarir, like, at all, because you failed to do, like, actually have it impact the actual area. That's how I would rework them, to actually impact the area, where it's like, okay, you cannot go into Tarir, even if you have like a story mission or something. You have to wait until the meta is won, or something like that. Maybe not have the story be affected, because then people get stuck on story steps and they get annoyed by that stuff, but have it actually impact where it's like, okay, now I can't purchase anything from the exalted vendor because we failed the thing, and we don't actually can do any, like, I can't trade what I need to trade with the exalted guy, the currency that you get there. You can't actually trade with him, and you can't actually you can't access Tarir, so you can't get any of the adventures done. You can't do any of the exploration down there. You can't do any of that stuff because you lost. And the whole map of Auric Basin, all the Mordrim become really strong and like really powerful, and it's really hard for you to get through. So you have to make sure that stuff gets done. But I would also maybe rework the rewards, because I think a lot of the rewards, maybe not for Auric Basin, because I think you get pretty good rewards, but there's certain dynamic event chains where at the end I wish we would get like better rewards. Like I would maybe add some, like if there's like some kind of meta event or something in a map that's like maybe not as popular, maybe add something where you get like a decent reward, or a chance at a good reward, or a chance at, or maybe like some kind of currency that could help you to get something better or something. That would be kind of something maybe that I would work on. Like I said, I like the system as a whole, so I wouldn't change, like, I wouldn't overhaul the whole thing, but I would just like tweak things here and there, tweak this, tweak that. And just make it feel more really dynamic, because that was the thing they really advertised was, hey, dynamic events are so dynamic and they change the area, and it's like, oh, you don't just attack these centaurs that are standing out on the field, but you still kind of do that. You still kind of attack the centaurs that are in the field. So it's like I would really like where maybe some of the chains get to an extreme where they take over like whole areas, because when you have those dynamic events, you get sometimes where like one waypoint is like not available. But what if, for example, you're in Queensdale and the centaurs are invading, and as they like take over a town, they work towards the next town they're taking over and the next town they're taking over. And as they like increase in taking over, there's more and more centaurs everywhere, and they're harder to beat. They're higher level. So then people in the area, the players, have to band together and say, listen guys, we have to beat this dynamic event. Otherwise they're taking over this whole area and we can't move through here. Like single players can't move through here. So they, you have to socialize with people, because once they get so strong to the point where they're like level 20 centaurs or something, for new players that's like too hard to beat, and so they have to band together in order to really clear out the area of centaurs, and then at the end really make it feel like they have won something, and like they really freed the area. Like the whole idea of it being dynamic is something that I would work on, because it doesn't feel dynamic right now. So, but it would be really cool where they like, because like when they they attack the like garrison of Shaymore and stuff, and they like attack with like siege weapons, but it never really gets like taken over. It'd be really cool if they like take over, and then it goes back to like how the introductory mission is, where you have to fight the centaurs like that are coming from the garrison, invading like right at the gates of Divinity's Reach. Like, that would be I think like really crazy. So to like have new players start and there's centaurs right in the middle of Shaymore, like killing everyone because people failed to do that event. So, but it doesn't have any impact right now. When the bandits, for example, take over the waterworks, and they like put poison in there. Like there's either two things, where it's like they put the poison in there or they blow them up. It's like, okay, the only impact that does is the little sprinklers either spray out nothing or they spray out poison. And if they spray out poison, some of the people in the town will be like, oh, I drank water and I don't feel so good. That's it. Why not have it where it's like, because of that, like they put poison in there, for example, and now all of a sudden there's like poison fields everywhere. And like people have to like move through that. That one, like, you know, and they have like new players would be like, whoa, okay, why is there like poison here? And they could have like a description, because we already have like the meta event at the top, the little thing. So that could tell them like, oh, because players have failed to stop the bandits from poisoning the water supply, there's now poison fields everywhere. Like in the fields, you see like clouds of poison or something. And that was caused because of that. So it's like, okay, we really have to make sure that these bandits don't take over. You know, and then maybe, like I said, work on the scaling, because I think even with like a lot of players for those events, it's still really easy to do those events. I think they're just too easy. I think they're too simple. Maybe in the early areas that's fine to have them, but even later on, it's like you have like 2 people for a group event and you're good to go. It's like, really? That's kind of crappy. You know, it's like I wish it was a little bit harder to do. So I think that's pretty much what I would change about them. Have them really feel dynamic and actually have them impact the map, and more than just, oh, this waypoint is unavailable for 2 minutes until the event starts again, and one player comes in and just attacks 3 times and everyone's dead, and yeah, okay, the town is free, thank you so much. Like, that's what it feels like, you know? It's like, it's not really dynamic. So I would really exasperate a lot of the stuff that goes on. Like, I'm thinking, again, Queensdale, they have, by the Beetleton, they have the fields that get attacked there. And they have where they take the people prisoner. Like, what if they actually invade Beetleton and take people prisoner, like the merchant, like the repair guy? So now you can't repair in Beetleton. I mean, okay, that's an easy fix because I can just waypoint over to somewhere else, you know? But what if, like, all the waypoints around there become unavailable? So it's like, oh, okay, that's like really not good that we don't have a repair person here, or we don't have a merchant here, or something like that, you know? Or like, I think that like every waypoint is like so safe. I wish some of the waypoints weren't so safe. A waypoint out in the middle of nowhere should have enemies around it. Don't let people just waypoint to safety somewhere and they can stand on the point. No, have enemies be around it. So you waypoint somewhere, oh, there's an enemy attacking you. I don't know, that's probably what I would change. Just make him feel better, so, or make the events feel like more impactful. Because power creep has really become a thing in Guild Wars 2, and I don't think they have really worked on that. Worked on making even the like low level areas feel better. So, you know, in Guild Wars 1, they kind of, if they made a skill better, or if they made something feel better, they always had, yes, I am back at it. Trying to do the same mission, I failed at 15 times. But I think in Guild Wars 1, the like balance took care of itself, because if they improved like a skill, that same skill, wow, really? That other group gets pulled too? That's interesting. You know, then the enemies would have that skill improved as well. So think, oh my god, I can't, it's just impossible when it gets to that point. Is there a healer in there? I don't even see a healer. The healer is, they have a healer over there, but come on, Fire Imp, you can do it. All right, I'm probably gonna go over here and see if some of those people I can take. But so in Guild Wars 1, the balance for like power creep kind of worked by itself. They didn't really have to do that because if they improved the player's skill, it would improve that same skill for the enemies. They don't have that in Guild Wars 2. So I wish they would do some balance for even the base game, where they would kind of maybe make it a little bit harder, because it's really easy nowadays with the power creep that we've had to get through to level 80. There's no real challenge. It used to be somewhat challenging in the beginning because money wasn't as accessible and materials weren't as accessible and people just didn't know anything about the game. But you kind of need to, you know, you need to have some balance there. So but I just think that yeah, I don't know, that's like kind of something they need to consider. I think the base game, because also like they still try to sell Guild Wars 2 by saying, oh, it's free to play now and the base game is for free and stuff, but I'm like, you haven't worked on the base game though in like years, so you're advertising this game that, yeah, for a new person, they come in and they see like, oh yeah, this is a cool game, but then I think slowly they realize, like even new people that kind of realize like, oh okay, this kind of feels bad, like okay, that's kind of weird, you know, and they slowly realize like, oh, you know, and then they go into like expansion areas and they're like, oh wow, this feels much better, like I wish the base game was like that, you know, and they're slowly realizing like, oh, you know what, it's because Arena hasn't really like worked on this in a long time. So I don't know, I just think it would be beneficial to all, and I think that they should you know, lots of games do it where they give you like a reward for starting a new character and starting from scratch, and I wish they would do an event like that in Guild Wars 1, where, because I see a lot of people that play the same characters that they've played for, you know, 8-9 years now, where they're like, well, I don't need to make any new characters, I don't have a reason to, I have this one character that I just play with and that's it. Who just, oh, they just really killed all these people over there. Jeez. So I want them to kind of do something where they're like, you know, we had the new player experience, which was like really crap. I want a new player experience that's really good. That's what I want. Alright, are you guys gonna follow me or no? Well, these guys are following me. Alright, I'm gonna help these guards up here. It's like I wanna. And that's the thing. I mean, I'm at the point now too. I have 30 characters, and like I'm done making new characters. There's no reason anymore. I have like, I always looked for an incentive of making a new character, but at this point it's just like I have like 4 different necromancers. I have 4 different revenants. Like I have everything that I need. I don't need to make any more characters, and that kind of sucks, because then that means that when I go to starting area, I'm pretty OP. I will always be OP. You know, make it something where it's like, oh, you know, it's a new character, and maybe give me like oh god, they're calling all kinds of people here. Let's see what's going on here, because we have to get the skull hunters down there too. Let's kill these skull hunters. I don't know what's going on with that. But even maybe like give us a way to earn a reward, like, hey, you get experience at a quarter of the, like, you only get a quarter of experience that like regular players get, but if you level up a character to level 80 in this time frame, like in the next month or so, then you get to you get to get like a precursor or something. I don't know, something like, it's like a good reward. Like it would be an incentive for new players to play through a new character, you know. Like, or where they only get like experience from killing enemies, so it becomes like almost like a grind fest. But we're veteran players, it's fine. We've played this content like 100 million times already. We don't need to do any more hard quests or hard, you know, we don't need to do any hard quests or whatever it is, like any other stuff like that. Like we don't need to do those things. So we're just going around killing the enemies in each area. You know, most people do that. I mean, we have tomes of knowledge now, God. And people don't even go to the starter maps anymore. They just make a new character and use tomes. Boom, done. You have a level 80 character. So. Attack! Guild Wars 2 class do I dislike the most? Dislike the most. Probably Ranger. Specifically, which is going to be like the dumbest reason ever to dislike a class, but I hate that I cannot turn off my pets. That it's a thing, I always have to have a pet, and it drives me fucking nuts. That's the reason why I don't play Ranger, because you always have a pet. You always have to be careful what your pet's doing. You always got to make sure that you have a good pet. You can't just pick whatever pet because, you know, there's meta and you got, oh my god, Bearbow, oh, you're such a noob. You know, it's like, I hate it. It's like, I want to play without a pet. I think, I don't know. I don't, like, another one that I don't dislike it too much, but I'm not a huge fan of is Engineer. I just can't get behind it. I have an Engineer. I don't know. I can't get behind it. I know a lot of people like it, so it's probably between those two. Coincidentally, they're both medium armor classes too. But I think it's between those two that I dislike it, and I think particularly. I think Engineer has seen a lot of changes, but I think particularly like Ranger in terms of like the pet mechanic, we haven't seen an update to like the actual pet mechanic like at all. We have it where it's like they introduce soul bees where it's like, we're gonna get rid of your pet because we don't know how to figure it out, so we're just gonna get rid of it for a period of time in battle, and it becomes like a whole thing. I don't know. I can't get behind Soul Beast. I tried Soul Beast, I can't. See, this is working out when you actually have an army on your side. I've cleared out the people earlier there, so there shouldn't be that many left. And they don't. Oh, see, they come over. Do they? They look like they're coming over. No, they're not. Okay. Attack! Oh, there's more spawning. So it's between those two. I wish we could see, because that's what I used to. I mean, I understand that that's like the thing for the Rangers is like their pet and stuff. But whenever I played a Ranger in Guild Wars 1, like I didn't use a pet. I liked using a pet in Guild Wars 1 because it was like a little bit different because it's all about having a big party and having some strong party members and stuff. So, but yeah, I don't know. In Guild Wars 2 it just doesn't feel good. Just Ranger in general. Like someone commented on how like on one of my videos how like Ranger sword still doesn't feel good, and I'm like, I totally agree with that. Like I've always wanted to use sword. Ooh, I get a gemstone axe. Ooh. We made it finally, guys, after so many years. But I just so many years that we've been working on this. No, but I don't know. That's something, the whole pet idea. Let me play without a pet. I want to play a Ranger without a pet. Give me something else. I don't know. Or update the pets to the point where they become like popular to be used. they don't feel good. Like, the whole class to me feels kind of off, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just me being weird, because God knows, we all know that can happen, and that's a thing, but I don't know. I'm just Ranger. Engineer, I just can't get behind. It has too many buttons. There's too many things going on with it. I don't know. And to me, in a fantasy game, I don't like even the Magitech and stuff. I'm not huge on that, so my axe is probably still better, isn't it? Yeah, it gives me health, and yeah, it gives me good stuff. So I'll keep that. Okay, we finished that finally. Recharging minor fire magic. So that's probably not a good answer to that question, but I like I said, I'm a super casual person, so most of the classes feel good to me. So I don't know. It's kind of like I don't have too much to say about that. We finally have made it. Made it. I'm glad. We have no more quests, guys. This is crazy. Alright, let's put some stuff in material storage. Put these in here. These in here. Oh, we're full on bones. We can throw those away. Here's a scale. Alright, cool. Got some plant fibers. I'm gonna sell everything now. Sell everything! I always love how you can leave your bank open. Oh, man. I wish that was a thing in Guild Wars 2. Where's the... Oh, the merchant is right here. I think specifically cities were like not handled really well in Guild Wars 2, like outposts and stuff. I'm just gonna sell everything because at this point I don't even care. Yeah, sell it. I don't care. I don't care. I have 7 monastery credits. What can I get with those? No, not there. They don't have good stuff here because I already have like bags and stuff. Yeah. Can I get anything good down here? Staff. It's just weapons, right? Already got the strength shield here. Alright, and I already got the max mastery dude thing. And I now have the 9 axe mastery that I need for the slashing damage there. Okay. Okay, dokie. Let's see what these guys have to offer. The quartermasters here. The quartermasters. Do I already have these as 10 slots? Yes, no, I have 1 as 10 slots. I could do this to level up. Oh, it blocked it. Yeah, I see it. It's interesting though because you put like a little, like you didn't actually spell it out. But yeah, and I don't know, NG's like, I'm not against them being in the game. I'm not. I think they have a place in the game. I can't get behind them. I don't like them. They're too complicated to play and stuff. I'm gonna get 1 identification kit here, so we have like 2 of them, and I'm gonna get some scrolls here. Exchange. I can get some extra experience. Do we have any quests that we need to do? Oh, there's a couple quests here. Yeah, even if I allow the comment through now, it just won't even pop up on the thing, so. Okay. We have these quests here. Alright. And this is Study Buddy. Oh, yeah, we have to escort her, right? Yeah. We gotta escort him to the Sumai village. We can do that. That's easy. There's certain like tropes of classes for fantasy RPGs that I would like to still see. Like I would like to see, and this is something I don't know if I'm gonna get it done, but I'm trying to get some more elite specialization speculation out. I'm trying to make like a whole video of like another set of 9 of them. But like the and one of them, that's why I'm saying that, is one of them is for the ranger, which is more of like a shaman type thing where you use totems. Like that's something I would like to see with like nature magic kind of stuff, with like lightning and wind and stuff. As opposed to where the druid is like nature-y magic. And it's not really like a ritualist, but it's more like how like a WoW shaman kind of thing. Okay? Like that. So there's like certain tropes that we haven't really seen yet that I would really like to see. So is he follow? Oh, he is following me. Okay. Well, we're gonna blast through this really fast anyways, because I can just summon my my dude, and we're already level 15. So what's everyone's favorite class? That's what I want to know. I don't want. I mean, it's really hard for me to say because I've switched my main like 300,000 times. I really like using. I used to like using Guardian, but there's just something about Guardian where I'm like, I can't really get behind. And then I was using. Yeah, I think a lot of people have been wanting a like a sound based, like a Wailing Lord or a Banshee or a Minstrel or a Bard for the Mesmer, which that was going to be my elite specialization speculation, because these ones that the first set that I did were the ones that I came up with, where I tried to make something unique and maybe something that not everyone is asking for my first set of them. The second set that I'm doing is more inspired by what people have been asking for. But I've been having a lot of issues, like coming up with certain things for certain classes where I'm like, I don't know how to make that feel good. So, or make it feel unique or something. So, yeah, I don't know. So, I don't know if I'm gonna come out with that. There's some that I'm like really proud of, where I took ideas that people had in the community that they have like commented on, and then they're like, and then I took that and I like went like a step further with it. I made it like a whole thing. I mean, there's like some good stuff that I come up with where I'm like, I really want to make that video, but like I said, there's still like stuff where I'm like, I don't know how to make that work. Like I'm still trying to figure out like a good thief elite specialization. People have been asking for a ninja / assassin, and I'm like, I don't know how to make it feel unique where it doesn't feel like a double dagger Daredevil. It's so hard, guys, when you like really sit down and look at mechanics and you look at like those types of things. You know, I had a guy comment on my video yesterday on my Shadowmancer that I had, which was my elite specialization for the thief, which was like a shadow magic based like mage class pretty much for the thief. And he was like, well, I really want like a ninja, right? I'm like, okay. And he said I want it to be movement based. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, you know, jumping across walls, like jumping on walls and, you know, jumping around and stuff. And I'm like, okay. And then he said, with a really strong backstab attack and like a new backstab attack and a lot of stealth. And I'm like, but we already have all of that. I'm like, first of all, the Daredevil is movement based, right? So you have the dash, You have the 3 different dodges you can do. You have the one where he twirls in the air. You have the one where he jumps and like drops down onto the ground, does damage, or the one where he just dashes away, right? So you have that already. It's like movement based already, pretty much, and that's probably the best we're gonna get for a movement based like class. Then you already have a backstab ability. You know, you have your like 2 on dagger, which is almost like a backstab, where it's just like the lower the health, the more damage you do, you know. And you also have a backstab when you stealth on your dagger 1, where if you're behind them, you do like a ton of damage. It's literally called backstab, I think, even. And then you have a ton of stealth. I even said because I replied to the comment, and I said we have like perma stealth is like still a thing in a lot of game modes. So I'm like, and that was my thing. If you watch the video that he commented on, that's what I had made. I had made a shadow mage, pretty much, where I gave them, I think it was a trident. Yeah, I think I gave them a trident and have them use like beam attacks and stuff. Like I don't really. It's been like almost a year now since I released that video, so I don't really remember. I have the notes right here. Actually, I kept all my notes. Let's talk about it while I have it here. The Shadowmancer. So I had either a scepter or a trident, and I had the F1 mechanic was, instead of steel, was going to be turns into shadow form, which we already have shadow form in Guild Wars 1 for the assassin, but I was going to use F1 is going to be shadow form, which increased the movement speed, so you move faster while you're in shadow form. And I had like, my idea was maybe that you would get like this red shroud around you or something, or like a purpley shroud around you. You take reduced damage taken, and it costs initiative constantly. Like, you know, every second is like 1 pip of initiative. And then I said as a concept, it was going to be a necromancer through the eyes of a thief. That's pretty much what it was. Because, you know, they had the whole concept of like making a class through the eyes of something else, like how the Spellbreaker was a mesmer through the eyes of a warrior. And I like that concept because that's, to me, the spiritual successor to dual classing. Right, so for weapon skills, I just wrote stuff down. For weapon skills, I had a black beam that splits on the first enemy that it hits, it splits into multiple enemies behind him that it hits. So it hits like 1 guy, and then it could hit like 3 behind him or something. And then like a shadow step backwards thing, like a phase retreat on mesmer staff. That's all I wrote for weapon skills. That's all I had for ideas. Utility skills. I tried to make the utility skills a little unique, so I had wells. But these wells actually pull enemies inside of them slowly. They're almost like a black hole or something, where they like pull the enemy in. Almost like, you know, and then I had one that had a similar effect to Reaper Greatsword 4, where it's like it gets bigger. That little, I forgot what it's called, like, it's not Nightfall, it's the one next to it or whatever. So that was one. Then I had one where the dark spikes come out, which I compared it to the preparation that we already have. I think that's the one where, you know, the spikes come out of the ground, but I was like, but they would be like dark spikes that come out, and they like, you know, they like move up and down constantly or something. And then I have and then I said another one with, how the Malik's elite skill on Revenant is, where it like pulses out the little, like the weird little like plus sign that comes out of you when you have that effect on you. Like that would be another well. And then I had traits. I had one that gives you more defense while you're in shadow form, one that gives you more damage the further you're away from your enemy, and then maybe, because one thing that I kind of thought was like poison as a condition. Like no one ever goes for poison damage, right? No one ever like really goes. So I kind of wanted the whole class to like be straight straight up like just plain damage, or you could maybe spec for like a condition damage based like poison damage, where like a lot of the attacks inflict like poison, and maybe have a trade where poison does more damage. So that was the whole concept that I had. But then he answered, hi Lixie Fox. But then he had the whole comment about, oh, I want a ninja with like movement stuff. But I'm like, we already have all that. Like, we have stealth, we have a backstab attack, we already have movement based like trades where you can trade your movement, like, and you get a third dodge bar, so you can dodge 3 times. And if you get vigor, you're constantly, and there's a ton of traits on there that give you like endurance back and stuff. So it's like why? It's like, I get people want like a ninja class, but I said on another video that the reason why I think people want a ninja class is because Dagger feels really bad. Dagger and Thief feels really bad. So, oh, we're talking about, I was reading out my notes on, we were talking about elite specs. How did I get on this? Oh, we were talking about different elite specs or whatever for Guild Wars 2. But I had made a video about a I have a playlist of videos where I made an elite specialization speculation for every class, and I had made one for the Thief, which was a Shadow Mage, and I was talking about how that was my whole concept, was that it was a Shadow Mage and it's based on like poison and stuff. But someone had just recently commented on it that they want, and a lot of people have been asking for this, like a ninja type for the Thief. But I'm like, we already have that. We already have, like, the Daredevil is supposed to be quote unquote the ninja. Honestly, if you just change the name to ninja, you would be like, yeah, it kind of feels like a ninja. Yeah, it does, with the staff. You know, you go in with the staff, and you know, you get the dash, and you get the 3 different types of dodges and stuff. Because the reason, and I'm not trying to ridicule anyone, and I'm not trying to make anyone feel like they don't know what they're talking about, but I'm trying to understand where people are coming from, and I just don't understand where he was coming from, because he was saying that he wanted an ability that he said, oh, I want a ninja class elite specialization for the Thief. That's what I really want to see. I want to see movement abilities where you can jump on walls, and you can jump off of walls, and you can like jump around and stuff. And then I want to see like a really strong like backstab attack, and I want to see like a new backstab attack, and I want to see like a lot of stealth and stuff. I'm like, literally all of that is the Daredevil. We have all of that in the Daredevil. So the Daredevil is the assassin ninja class that everyone's asking for. I wouldn't know how to make it work. And I'm trying to, that's what kind of where we started off with the conversation was, I'm trying to make another set of elite specializations based on what the community has been asking for, and I'm having a really hard time making something for the Thief because people are just asking for ninja, and I'm like, we have everything that a ninja could like possibly be. You know, you give a double dagger and you put an assassin outfit on him, and you give him dash, and you get like, and boom, you have your ninja. You can shadow step. You have plenty of shadow step abilities. You have plenty of stealth abilities. You have backstab abilities. You have different movement abilities where you can jump around. I mean, I just don't know. I don't know how to make it work. Okay, a tanky spec. Okay, so what are you doing for a mechanic, right? So this is the process that I always do. I look, okay, what is it that I want to do with the class? Okay, we decided to do something tanky with the Thief. Okay. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm sure a lot of that did not make sense to you then. I'm sorry about that. Longsword, call him Slayer, and have him rush into the fray. Blink skill, anti-projectile skill, a shadow step to the lowest HP ally, giving him armor with a longsword blocking hits. Okay. but for your mechanic, because you still have steel, and we got to put a mechanic in. So what's the mechanic here? That we give that the F1 now. So the F1, instead of jumping in to battle to steal something, you now shadow step to the closest ally to give him armor. Is that what we're doing? See, because when I go through and I make elite specs, I the process is always like, I look at it from ArenaNet's point of view. What is something that they can make in the engine that is possible for them to do, and it has to feel unique, because that's the whole selling point of the elite specializations is, oh, we're making it feel really, really unique. So what are we making? What are we doing to make it feel like a unique elite spec? I mean, longsword is a good idea. I like the concept of maybe jumping back to an ally to give them armor. That's nice. Is that very effective though? Is it only for one? Is it only for one person? Because if you're only giving one person armor, then that might be not as effective as maybe I don't know, a guardian using Aegis. You know, like group Aegis, like AoE Aegis. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of ways that they could make a tanky thief. I just, when I look at like making those elite specs, and really you get into like the nitty gritty of it, because it's easy for people to say like, okay, make a ninja, okay, ninja, okay, I want a ninja, I want to be quick, I want to be fast, I want to do all this. Okay, make it feel like something that we don't already have, because we have that. So, you know, the mechanic is he blinks and steals armor from target, activated and give the lowest target armor. Ooh, the lowest friendly player gets the armor that you steal from him. Okay, we're getting a concept. I like it. I actually like it. I think that's pretty interesting. And maybe have it be a stacking effect where if you can steal armor, and it's almost like how invulnerability works, where you make like based on how many stacks of invulnerability you do more damage, but it's in addition to that. So they get an effect where like now everyone does 5% more damage, and it could stack up to 3 times, where you can steal from the same enemy armor 3 times, and they get this effect, and it stacks up to 3 times, and now he's missing pretty much 3 pieces of armor, so everyone does 15% more damage, but you can give someone extra armor. Like, you can give 3 different people extra armor. I like it. It's a good concept. What do we call it? What is the... Okay, no, well, before we name it and stuff, so we have a greatsword, right? So greatsword is now the weapon. What are the utility skills? Are we making a new set of utility skills? Or are we recycling something that we already have? I'm done with this. They're still everywhere, right? Yes, I am streaming multi-platform. You will have to look in my actual video. That's the reason why I have a whole area of reserved on screen for that. So you'll see the messages on there. So I am streaming multi-platform. I'm actually on 3 different platforms. So I'm on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. But so the chat is on the video. Ultimate is Guild Wars 1 perma. You activate it in Dream Students. You mean initiative? We could call it incentive. Effect is you only take 40% of the damage. Okay. So the elite, but so, but now, okay, so you have created an elite, but what type of skill is the elite? Is it a, what do we call that type of utility? And you're not gonna have to create a whole set of utilities based on what that concept is. You see what I'm saying? It's like really hard to make an elite spec. And I'm not saying like you're wrong or you're bad at it. You're not. I mean, that's, you know, it's the same process for everyone. But I'm just kind of trying to think. So what do we call that as a set of? Oh, use Spirit Rift. That's not good. Spirit Rift. Don't do the Spirit Rift thing. Oh, he dead. He dead, yo. Welcome everyone. There's a lot of people here. Welcome everyone. I know chat is moving really fast, and there's a lot of text going on, but we're currently talking about elite specializations for End of Dragons. It's a shadow art, so we have to create other shadow arts. So we have to do a healing shadow art. So what if a shadow art that if it's a technique that it's like an attack on the enemy. Based on how much armor you have stolen from them, you heal more. So if you have stolen from the same enemy 3 times, you heal more. Or maybe you heal, not more, but you heal friends around you. So that's the healing ability. Healing ability is based on how many times you've stolen from one or from a person or something. And then you can have others where they inflict, like maybe a set of this ability, this stealing the armor from someone or something, as like the effect of stealing armor from someone. You could have in a utility skill that makes it like where you steal, where it's like almost like another steal. You steal like a piece of armor with the utility, but it has like another effect where it automatically applies it to a friendly unit around you or something. I like this. Theory crafting is nice. We're almost done with all the quests on Shing Jea too. We don't have much more to do. One more on here. We still got to do Zendaijan and then a quest after that. So. Enemies. Oh, they all came together. Good. Press all the buttons. I just randomly press buttons. Is that bad? It's probably bad. You shouldn't be doing that. Oh, we got a key. We got another key. Okay. So you get it instead. Okay, so like a almost like a facet, like how Revenant, like Herald has facets. It's almost like that, where you can like have it for like a okay. All right. See, now that's a good concept. I like that. You heal every time you get damage. Okay, that's cool. Oh, we gotta go back to the guy. Ugh. Backtracking. Okay. So it's like a signet, almost. But that's the thing, we already have signets, so... Because that's pretty much what you've created. You've created a passive effect and then an active effect. We already have signets. So, like on Thief at least, we have signets. We don't have it on Engineers, so it would work on Engineer. The concept is nice, but Oop. But how about, because the difference between, it's not really the difference, is it? Well, the difference between a facet and a signet, if you look at the technical term, the technicalities of the two different skills, the difference between a signet and a facet for Herald is that you have to activate a facet, and it has a continuous effect, and then you have to activate it again for a big effect. So what if we don't call them facet, but we do something like that where you have quote unquote facets, and these facets, so the healing skill, for example, could do, you activate it and it has a continuous effect of maybe healing you every time you steal armor. And then, like you said, the then activate it after you use it again would be to is that how facets work? How do facets work? Is that the difference between facets? I'm kind of like stumped right now. I can't. Facet. Yeah. Okay, open up the webpage. Because we're creating signets. Place the facet on your side. Yeah. Okay, so you use that, and then that turns into that. Yeah. So I'm just trying to make it feel unique and not like, oh, it's just another type of signet, because that's pretty much what happens when you do that kind of stuff. So, but if we had like a continuous effect that you could do, so every time you steal, so you activate the signet, and then every time you steal armor, you heal yourself, but then you can activate it again in order to step backwards and heal yourself. You can kind of combine that with initiative, where maybe anytime you activate one of these facets, we don't necessarily want to call them facets, but anytime you activate them, they reserve a certain amount of your initiative, so you lose like 2 points of initiative or something. And I don't know, something like that. Yeah, or something like that. Yeah, each time you have that armor stolen for the stack, you get like regeneration on your health. Like how I would get like different pibs in Guild Wars 1 based on, how high my healing prayers is, for my healing breeze or something. You could have that. Yeah. Okay. So you can kind of do that. Yeah. But then you can kind of bring in initiative in a way too, where maybe when you activate it, oh god, I forgot that they are down there. If you activate it, you get like initiative back like really fast or something. They could have that, where like the initiative, you like fill up on initiative or something, or you get like a couple of seconds of like your skills don't cost initiative. They could do that, where it's like if you activate the skill, you jump backwards, you lose all the armor that you have stolen, you regenerate like a big amount, but your skills don't cost initiative for like 3 seconds. And it's like, okay, so now I can use all my skills really quick in succession, blah blah blah, and really like, go ham. Something like that. Yeah. I'm not sure what my dogs are up to, but Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta check on my doggos. I'll be right back. Oops, that is not what I meant to do. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. I had to go check on my doggos. Alright, look. If you Alright. If you activate it, you get regen for HP and initiative, or you double activate it and just for heal and lose armor and no shit. Okay. Alright, I like that. Okay. For utilities, we could use the Guild Wars 1 skills, the shadow arts, such as the wire that we get. Well, you know, I have my problem. Like, that was one thing as well, where they were like, the whole like idea of like using what? Oh wow, we've been standing in that poison all the time. Is that what's going on? Yeah, I think so. My asthma. Where they were saying like, hold on, let me read all of that. For utilities, we could use the Guild Wars 1 skills of shadow arts, such as the wire, that if we get too far from you, they TP to them, or you TP to them, and they are stunned. Another would be you tether yourself in place after a set amount of time, or once your health drops, it snaps you back to the original tether. Okay, it's a little bit different than Scorpion Wire, because that's kind of where my talk was going, but that's not, it doesn't feel like Scorpion Wire, so it's actually a pretty unique feeling ability there. Using shadow arts to like move around. Now, I don't know about the like tethering to certain places. Yeah, I know to tether yourself in place after a set amount of time, or once your health drops, snaps you back to the original tether. But what's the I mean, I guess it's just a utility, but it feels like it doesn't really do anything. You know what I mean? Like, okay, we get to shadow step somewhere, and then after a set amount of time, we get shadow step back. We already kind of have that. We already, don't we have like one where that kind of is like the deal? Where you can like shadow step somewhere, and you can like shadow step back to the original spot. So we kind of already have that as a utility. I know, but I'm just thinking of like what we already have in game. So the like pulling people towards you, or the not necessarily pulling to you, but you teleporting to them, that's a unique idea. Where, because we already have a couple of tethers in game where you can bind your enemy, like the Dragon Hunter F1 skill tethers the enemy and you can pull them towards you, or the Magebane tether from Spellbreaker, where you tether yourself to them or whatever, and they can't, once they go too far, they get pulled to you. But we don't have one that you tether yourself to someone, and instead of them coming towards you, you go to them. That's actually really a neat idea. But then, yeah, like I said, the teleporting around doesn't feel like a new thing because we have, what is that called? What is the what is that skill called that I'm thinking of? I'm so bad with the skill names on this stuff. So it's the utility skill. It's literally called Shadow Step because it's a deception skill. Shadow Step to target area becomes Shadow Return, which returns you to your starting area and cures 3 conditions. So we already have that. I'm trying to think. Maybe. Like maybe have, what is that one skill that Guardian has? There's that one skill. It's like Judgment, something Judgment. What is that called? I mean, everything is called Judgment with the Guardian. No, it's a specific utility skill. No, not that. Merciful Intervention is what I'm thinking about. It's a meditation skill. It says Shadow Step to an ally in the targeted area and heal around them. If no ally is present in the targeted area, this ability will not Shadow Step. So what if we have an ability that Shadow Steps to the front line? Right, so what if we have an ability that Shadow Steps to the front line and based on, let's say, we could have it where it does something based on if there's friendly units around. So if there is in the targeted area, like you Shadow Step no matter what, but if there is a friend there, you get to some kind of effect happens. You give them like boons or something. Like you give them Aegis, protection, and regeneration to make it like even more tanky, like to everyone including yourself, but like also have it like be a team thing. And maybe the more there are around, the more stacks of something you give, like the longer the, oh no, Zunra died. We gotta get them again. Blinds and AoE. Okay, that's a good idea. I like that. That's a good idea. Maybe gives protection to allies and blinds foes. That sounds like a really interesting skill. So there's already something that could be used fairly well. Hiya! Hiya! Alright. Oh, oops. So yeah, I like that skill. That's a good skill. So you go in and you blind foes with a teleport, you know, you Shadow Step into the targeted area and wait. To make it even better, so you Shadow Step in and blind around and you get a return skill that does like an AoE like an AoE heal if you use return or something, or like an AoE like protection or Aegis. I don't know, I'm thinking of like tanky stuff, you know, like what's something that's tanky, like Aegis, protection, like those are like tanky stuff. Maybe even like resistance or resolution, because that's a new thing now too. So I think that would be interesting to have one like that. It's like, what would you have for weapon skills? What would you use for weapon skills? Let's think about that as well. You know, you want to think about like what is the skills on the actual bar. You could have like your regular, like you block for a certain, like you channel like a block, and if they attack you while blocking, something happens. I mean, they could do that, but I don't know. I want to make it feel like really like unique and shadowy or something. Yeah, I really hate this mission. I really do, because I feel like this is like the difficulty like gets like way up there. It jumps like super high. So if you're not like constantly like doing all the quests and stuff, this can actually be really hard to do. So did I just do 98 damage? Holy crap, miss. Let's attack this necromancer. 50. Okay. Or was that just my my dude doing it? My one guy. What do we call him? What would be the name? And we can't, you know, it's funny because people have like concepts like the Wailing Lord, but that's not how the concepts work of like elite specs. Elite specs concepts are it's the and it's one word. The Dragon Hunter, the Spellbreaker, the Mirage. You know, like, so it has to be the something. It has to be like one word. I mean, you kind of could. No, it's not really a samurai, is it? It's not a samurai. Hiya! Alright, we're done with that. So I'm not sure what we would call that, but look up ahead. That building is engulfed in miasma. Afflicted Kana. Ooh, okay, so I have like a flip over skill kind of thing going on. Okay. I like it. The Slayer. Well, okay, the Slayer. Well, I have to disagree with that. The Slayer is a good name by itself, but we're more of a tanky. And tanks don't slay, tanks defend. So we gotta have something that's more defensy in name, in nature of the name. Alright, are we done? Everyone's dead. Hello. Oh, okay. I was like, what's going on? So it would have to be something that's not damagey oriented, but more of like defensy oriented. And then maybe also take in account the area. I mean, it's so hard making an elite spec, I'm telling you guys. I've been doing it twice now for like, I did 9 and I'm now working another 9 and I'm like, it's really hard. Especially since they have like a whole team working on this and I'm just like one dude. I mean, we're all working together now, but you know, regularly. Okay, I'm selling all this. I don't even care. Give me all the money. And I don't want these. Bye. Don't care anymore. All right, I gotta do the thing, the Sunra thing. Shadow Knight, the Shadow Knight. Ooh, I like it. Has a good ring to it. Yeah, I like it. It's a knight. You know, knight is all about defending and you know stuff like that. But it's because it's a thief and he uses like shadowy magic. I like it. Shadow Knight. Okay, that's a good concept. Took us like an hour to come up with. I mean, that's actually faster than when I come up with a concept. It takes me like 3 million years to come up with a concept. Right, now I gotta go in with this weaker team here. It's never fun doing that. Wait, I already have him. I'm gonna take 6. Wait, I gotta take him then. And everyone else is already in my team. They don't give you very many. There's only one person's gonna be left behind. Okay, let's take Mai with us. I didn't even realize that there was 6 earlier. Can I go in? Yes, please, thank you. Shadow Knight. I like it. I like it very much. And what are we doing for traits? So since we have a concept of skills, we have a concept of an elite skill, we have a concept of a mechanic. What are some traits? What is something that we could use as a trait? Maybe we could have a Grandmaster trait. Here's an idea that I have for a trait. A Grandmaster trait that increases the number of armors that you can steal from like 3 to 4 or 3 to 5 even. You want to go crazy like that? But it would be like a Grandmaster, so it's like, because I mean that's like really good. So I do good damage right now. I do pretty decent damage. Whoa, 122, holy crap. And I'm not even all the way up there yet. I like Warrior. Warrior and Guild Wars 1 feels good. Feels very satisfying. Okay, Zunra is here. I just don't want Zunra to die. Let's think of some other traits that we could have for a Shadow Knight. You could have something where, like, maybe a minor ability that does like anytime you shadow step, you put out protection. Okay. All right, so you don't keep it, but someone else can have some of it too. Like you don't get all of it just yourself. You can actually help out other allies. That's good. I like it. It's like, you know, that's a good idea. I like that concept. Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's good. So we have like a whole spec that we just made today. That's really good. Someone should take that, put that on Reddit. Boom, done. When I post stuff on Reddit, no one ever watches it or listens because Reddit sucks. No, I don't know. I just don't have a presence. I don't have a presence on Reddit. People don't listen to the things that I say. But yeah, that's a good trait. You could have something where I like to make, when I think about them, I like to make where you really like each of the Grandmaster traits feels very unique, and I think we just created that where it really it changes the class in like different ways. So we have now changed the class, like changed the whole idea. So you know, we have it once where it's like you can have extra, or you can have it where it's split amongst your friends. Well, you should. That's good to be creative, though. You should definitely. I'm not creative. I'm not a very creative person, and I'm a very like logical numbers kind of person when it comes to like real world stuff. When it comes to like in-game stuff, I never get into like number crunching and stuff, but like I'm more of a logical person, and I'm more of like, I don't know, I'm not huge on creating things, but I started doing like videos and stuff to like give myself a creative output. And I think everyone should have that, where you like create something in some form. And if you're a creative person, I think it deserves for you to put it out there. Like you should find some way to put that creativeness to where it maybe even benefits other people or yourself. You know? Okay, we're getting attacked now, so I was trying to avoid that, but no avoiding that. Yeah. Aww. Yeah, warrior is really nice. Do some good damage for the warrior. Once I get some better equipment and better armor and stuff, that'll be really nice. And better skills maybe too. I mean, I'm not super against this bar. This bar is actually pretty nice. Wow. Cha. I mean, I might use that whole concept as like for my video, because the concept that I have wasn't as good. My concept that I had was, like I said, I've been trying to make like an assassin work where, and I don't even care if someone steals this idea because I don't think it's a very good idea, but and I actually wrote it down because I write down all. Oh, there was a pen on top of that, and it fell down. Black jade sword. You know, I kind of was thinking that too. I was like, that would probably really work. So I have it. I called it the Reaver. Was my elite spec for him that I was gonna make, and it has a spear as a weapon, underwater spear, but on land. It throws the spears as weapons. Channel, I don't know what I wrote there. Channeled black with knockback? Oh, channeled block. I just don't know how to write O's apparently. So I have a channeled block, but instead of like having it just, I don't know, counter an attack, I had it where it actually did a like knockback with the spear, and then I had an attack where it like he jumps backwards away from battle. And then stealing I had turns into a finishing ability where it can only be used once the enemy is at 20% or less, but it deals a huge amount of damage and does like all kinds of stuff. So that's kind of like, that was kind of my concept that I had. I like the Shadow Knight more though. I actually, you know what's interesting about the Shadow Knight? I have a concept of something similar. I think that's the reason why I wouldn't go with that, is because I have, listen to this. Listen to this, hold on, I'll find it, where is it? I called it the Judge. There it is. I have an elite spec. I have an elite spec for the Necromancer, which I called the Judge. Why am I dying? Where is everyone at? Who are you all attacking? Get over here. Okay. I gave it the hammer, long range hammer skills. Like a knock up, like from a sand shark, and then I had like a wave, how like you get at Tequado, you get the waves. Same kind of thing there. And then I had, so the mechanic was going to be the shroud doesn't replace your skills anymore, but instead gives you an armor. So you get like this gray armor around you, and the screen, instead of like turning green like regular shroud, or you know, stuff like that. Like I had my one elite specialization was going to be the vampire, where like the screen turns red and stuff. So instead of doing that, it now turns like grayish, and the life force bar also turns gray. So instead of having it be yellow or green, it's now gray, and it does not deplete automatically, but only when you receive damage. And every time you do get hit, you give out alacrity around you. As like a balance, like you're the judge. So that was the concept. And then I had as utilities manipulations, which they now have, instead of regular manipulations from the Mesmer, like the Mesmer has manipulations. And instead of having it be where it just does like one thing. It has a duration, and one of them gives out boons each time you get a condition. Then another one gives you life force each time you get attacked. And then one automatically rallies you if you die during the duration. So you have like a rebound thing where they like, it's almost like rebound, but on like a setting. But that's kind of, who did I give to the Elementalist? No, I made the Elementalist. This is on my second set. I really want to do that video still, so I will point that out once I have done the video. But I gave the Elementalist based on what, like I said, this is based on what the community has been asking for, and this is kind of what the people have been asking for. Guns, double pistol, where they are now a gunslinger. And they use different elemental bullets as their mechanic. So that was like that's a whole concept that I have. So there's different concepts that people have come up with. So I really like the gunslinger. Like when they commented on my video with the gunslinger idea, I was like, oh my god, it's genius! It's so good. So I made a whole concept there. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna go with mine. I mean, it's like, I will give you a shout out to that. I don't know, because it's so similar to my Judge, where you get like an armor and stuff. So I don't know if I'm gonna use that. I mean, I appreciate it, because we really did, you know. Yeah, and then I have another one that kind of feels like that too, so. Hey Raygun, how are you? I have not messaged you back, and I'm sorry. Because I've been trying to think of like a time, because I know you like work, and I know you get out. Do you get around? You get out around this time, right? Out of work. So I think I don't know. I think you're gonna miss the fractals tomorrow, but we can definitely do some fractals today or after or whatever. Oh wow, really? You get out like, well, it's midnight for me right now, so, but I think you get like, might not be late for you, but it's like, oh god, so late. It's for me because I just think about my time. So. I will definitely do shout out on the Shadow Knight though. I will, because it's actually a good concept, and you know, we worked on it. We did a good job. So. Haven't talked anything Guild Wars 1, but we've talked about End of Dragons, you know, so. Okay, now I gotta go all the way back over here. Super annoying. Let's just kill these guys. Ew, look at that face on his belly. It's so gross. They really, the Afflicted were like such a disgusting group of like enemies. It's awesome. I'm just collecting all the items to sell later. Alright, now we can leave here. But yeah, that's a good concept that we come up with. We'll come up with more stuff. I'll do that video. I really want to get that video done, but I'm always so busy, and I'm taking IT course. Yeah, I figured. That's okay. We'll get some stuff done. We'll have to do fractals and stuff, because I know you're working on your legendaries and stuff, and I want to get some money. So, I'm taking an IT course right now, and it's taking like a lot of my time out of my day. And then I'm working on videos too, and I'm like, ugh. And then of course life, I gotta go shopping, and I gotta do this, and I gotta do that. Like I have to go to the tax collector today because I've been driving around with an expired tag for the last like 2 months. My birthday was 2 months ago, and I didn't even pay it. Like I forgot, and I was like, oh my god, I could have been pulled over and gotten a ticket the whole time for 2 months. I've been driving around with this. I felt so stupid. I was like, wow, how did I forget that? So I had to go today, go to the office and pay my taxes on my car. So that was fun. and I like had to wait 15 minutes, which it was, well, it wasn't that bad because it's a drive-through, so I can just sit in my car and listen to music. So I waited for 15 minutes, and then the lady was like, "I'm so sorry you had to wait." And I'm like, it's 15 minutes. You're acting like I'm sitting for an hour. I'm like, you're all like, no worries, it's all good. I'm like, just hanging out, playing Pokemon Go in my car. That's what I was doing. I was playing Pokemon Go in my car. Like, 15 minutes isn't a long time. If you're complaining about waiting for 15 minutes, you need to get your life together. That's all I gotta say. Hiya! Yeah, man, Warrior feels really good. I've never really played Warrior in Guild Wars 1, but it feels really good. Slash the ass. Slash it. So yeah, anyone that's playing Guild Wars 2 tomorrow, if you guys want to join for Fractals, anyone and everyone is welcome. So if you guys want to hop in tomorrow night for some Fractals, we'll do some Fractals. I don't even care. We don't have to do just the dailies. We're going to do tier 1, which is the easiest ones. Okay, we just want to do some Fractals to get some money and have some fun. That's pretty much all. I'll probably be in Discord for that. If people want to join for that, everyone's welcome to do that. And we can talk about more stuff. We can talk about more elite specializations and stuff. I don't know what time. Probably 9, 10 o'clock, somewhere around that. That's cool. That's awesome. Well, once you get to the point where you have the precursor, that's when the hard stuff starts. That's when you really have to like crunch. Give me some armor. I can't even use my Signet because I'm gonna die if I do. Oh no, it worked. Yay. So, but the bow will be nice. There's no legendary, like, because I'm using Mesmer now. And, well, Nevermore is pretty cool. Nevermore is a pretty cool staff. So I might work on Nevermore a little bit here and there. You need like a shit ton of wood for that though. And I've been depositing all my wood into the guild bank. So. Yeah. But yeah, it's fun to make a legendary. Do you have a legendary weapon already, ray gun? Is there one that you already made? Does Minion have one? I don't even know if you guys have legendary. Okay, I will say, guys, I bought the Flameseeker Prophecies. I bought that. Like I converted gold to, or gems to gold in order to get that. That was like way in the beginning of Guild Wars 2 when I did that. Then I have Frostfang for my axe, and I have the Binding of Ippos. I think that's all the legendaries I have. Yeah, I don't have any other ones. I love the Binding of Ippos. The Binding of Ippos is awesome, dude. Sick legendary. Oops, that is not what I meant to do. Oh well. Yeah, ascendant weapons. I don't know. Nevermore is pretty nice. I'm thinking like staff, scepters. What are the scepters again? We have that one, the Meteorologicus or whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called. We have that one, and then we have. What's the second? What's Gen 2 legendary scepter? I can't think of it. I can think of the torch, the warhorn. Oh, it's the Zaquaddle or whatever it's called. That's the one. Yeah, I remember now. Cool. Zunra had to die right here. Is there a shrine here? There's one way down there. I'm gonna go there. Yeah, with the flying little friend. Oh, that's a good one too, but I don't use scepter. It's always a problem. That's why I want to be able to choose my weapon skills and have whatever weapon I want. It drives me nuts that I can't do that. That's what I hate about Guild Wars 2. Alright, we're almost done with this, and I'm getting my extra attribute points. Did I already get my other extra attribute points? Yeah, that was the quest over there. I did get that already. Let's just start at the bow. I need to get another. Yeah, and it just ramps up too. I mean, it gets crazy. So it's definitely not fun to make a legendary. It's like, unless you're doing like stuff where you can get a ton of gold to buy. There's the corrupted. Go, kill it. Yeah. Power attack, kill it. Nice. Alright, we're done here. Fantastic. Yeah, it gets really expensive. And then you got to think about, because that's only to make the precursor. Then you got to think about what it is you need to do to get the whole legendary. That's, you know, because the precursor is just 1/4 of the legendary weapon. And then you have all this other stuff you got to do. It's crazy. A bone shield, I mean, it's kind of like the concept that I have, you know, like the judge as like, he gets armor instead of like going in shroud. I wouldn't know how to make that like not what I already have. I'm trying to think right now. It's like, what could I do to make it feel unique? I don't know. Because I want some good shield gameplay. Like, I feel like the shield stuff that we have, I think, let's sell all of this. Guardian has good shield skills. But it's like shield is always associated, except for Chronomancer. It's always associated with like defensive abilities, and I wish we had some offensive shield skills. That would be cool. Sell all this stuff. Okay, that's good. Yeah, you need to like PvP and stuff, and world versus world as crap deposit. No, I'm gonna need money because I'm gonna get an armor now. I'm gonna go here and get my armor. Alright, I guess we're done, guys. We're done with Shing Jea. We've done like every mission. We've done every like side quest. Unless there's like, is there any other side quests anywhere? I don't think so. I think that's it. So we're not even level 20. We're not even close to level 20, which is sad. Yeah, but then okay, so bone collecting, okay. In what way are we collecting bones? And minions, we already have minions. So minions as a thing is just kind of like not, how would you make them feel unique? I mean, the AI still sucks. It doesn't matter what you do with it, you know. So you have the minion AI, you already have minions. Are you gonna, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, the clovers, but there's different ways you can get, they literally, clovers nowadays, there's so many ways to get these. So you can buy them for fractals. You can buy them during New Year's as well. The Chinese New Year. Reward Track has them. There's recipes for them. Thought there was like other ways to get it these days. Reward tracks is probably your best bet. Or just like a, well. Wow, really, they don't make that very accessible. Those clovers, yeah, they're gonna be a pain in the butt to get. Alright, I guess we're going to the mainland. Look, that looks so cool over there. You can actually go there too. It's a little smoke coming out and stuff. A master's burden. Headmaster Greco. Greco? Call him Greco. We're on the mainland, guys. It's kinda shitty. Cause it's shitty over here. So funny. Alright. So we can add all these people into our party. Sister Tai, yes please. Sue, of course, with her minions. Earth Henchman, we need that. Headmaster Douchebag, sure, why not. Low Shot with illusions. And Zoe with her, well, maybe we'll add Silverwing. I like Silverwing, he's cool. He's a cool dude. He's a cool dude. Where do we go now? Oh, we have to like collect all the people. Oh no, we have to find the master first. Okay. Well, I kind of want to move towards. I kind of don't want to do that. I kind of want to just go to Kaineng City, like the center, Kaineng Center or whatever it's called. I'm really thirsty and my lips are dry. I'm going another 30 minutes. Well, another 27 minutes. I'll stop at 1 a.m. my time, guys. So I won't be quite at 4 hours, but that's okay. Because 4 hour streams, ugh. Even 3 hour streams are like really hard for me these days. Like yesterday, man, I felt so not good after the stream yesterday. I had like the worst headache. I was really hungry. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I had like a blast doing it. We had a good time, but it's just after such a long time, it wears on you. All right, dude. How many skill points? 19. Okay, so like spirit weapons. A concept of like speared weapons, but it's bones attacking. Or he could, because they did have in like season 3, they had the whole like idea of skeletons, and then they brought it with like the underworld stuff. He could like summon skeletons too. He could have it like, instead of minions, he could have it as a concept of, think of a mesmer through necromancer's eyes, where he summons these bone minions, but they just count as like mesmer illusions, but they're just bone minions, and they can be exploded like mesmer illusions in order to do certain things. Or sort of like, yeah, spirit weapons like the Guardian has. You could do both of those things. So there's 2 different concepts that you could have that. Like I wish we had more skeletons. That's like one thing. I really like fighting skeletons in fantasy games. I really enjoy fighting skeletons, actually. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I really just want to get good armor, guys. That's my goal here. That's why I'm traveling to Kaineng Center. So I can buy good armor. Yeah. Yeah. So, like, I don't know, like, to me skeletons are like really cool. And I always think of like Diablo 3, you know, in the first part of the game is all about Tristram and the undead and stuff. And I really like to like just go through those like the catacombs and stuff there and like killing the skeletons. My dogs are freaking out. I mean, that's a pretty good that's a good concept for him, for the judge. Oh, I need to open this up. What does my weapon do? 15 while health is above 50%. And hey, that's a good idea. I mean, well, it's been like 250 years. So I don't know if that's something that we can actually use. Shing Jea armor. Cantha armor. Or Ascalon armor. I hate Ascalon armor. That's it. I guess I'm going with the Cantha armor. I mean, you could do as a what do we have for stuff here? I only have, what do we need here? Damask? I only have 2. I mean, iron ingots for this one. Iron ingots and these. Oh my god. Fine, I'm gonna go get materials, withdraw all the money. I need to get materials. Where material trader down there. There's multiple ones, aren't there? There's like a ton of them actually. Materials right here. You can't do that. It has to be one word. Oh, the other thing went away. I don't know how many I need now. That's annoying. The other merchant went away now. So I don't know how many I need of these. Oh god, now I'm going to look it up. Warrior armor. We're going for factions armor. We're going for Cantha armor. Okay, so a total of 200 of these. Okay, let's do that. Oh, I need to open my inventory because I don't know. Well, let's just open the inventory like that. So 40, so I need, what, 200? So 120? Yeah. 120. Okay. And now we need some, not ascended, rare materials. I mean, they are ascended in the, and is it steel or is it Deldrim or steel? No, it's steel ingots. And I have 1. I need 32, so I need to get 31 of these. My god, so expensive. So much money. Then we'll have a full set of armor, at least. 31. Alright, there we go. Alright, now I can go back to the armor dude. Alright, I should have enough now. Unless I misread this, but I don't really care. Alright, but just put it together. That's all we need to do. What am I going for? Axe, tactics, strength. What's better? Axe? No, I'm gonna go with strength. I'm gonna go full on strength, dude. Alright, we got a full set of armor here. Yay! Alright, cool. Oh, you can't do that. You can do that in Guild Wars 2, not in Guild Wars 1. Alright, bye, trash. 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 And trash. And trash. I need to get runes and stuff too, but God knows I'm so bad at like picking out what runes I need. I'm really bad at that kind of stuff. Need help. Spellbreaker? We already have Spellbreaker. You know how many times I've done that where I was just like, oh yeah, that's a cool name. Oh wait, we already have that. Alright, warriors. What's some good stuff for warrior? I need some insignias. This is what people use. Requires 13 strength versus elemental damage. Okay. Versus elemental damage. And it requires 13 strength. That's annoying. Wait a minute. Why do I not have... Oh, because I'm not leveled up enough yet. Whoops. I was like, why is this not working? Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, okay. I got you. I see what you're saying. So they like put it together even though it's two different... Okay. Oh, I don't want to farm. Already turn off. Already major turn off. I'm not going to farm anything. I have no luck on getting the right thing. I'm just going to buy it. Okay? I'm just going to buy runes. Or insignias or whatever. So is this what people go for? Like 5 of these? Okay, I don't care about that. Right, you would put it on each one of these. So is that what people go for? I guess no one else uses any of these runes down here. You get it like a major... What do people get? What is a rune set? What is the rune set for warriors? I don't know. I've never played a warrior. I need help. Help! Oh my god, there's too much text. I don't want to read all this. Are you kidding me right now? Equipment. Okay, weapon sets. Armor. Elemental protection can be further augmented with Dreadnought insignia, unconditionally, or Sentinel's insignia while having 13 of them. Oh, yeah, okay. Rune of absorption? Minor rune of absorption. My god, I can't even talk. Tactics, so that's what people use, tactics, because that's why it's so expensive. Go for health runes. Whatever your damage mastery is. Well, I'm going for like strength, because I'm trying to like use the new PvE skill, and it's based on strength, isn't it? Or something? I don't know. So I'm going for that. I'm going for strength. Oh. You mean like what weapon I use? Because I was gonna go for strength. I was gonna try that new skill out, but I don't know access. Ooh, I would like to have a vampiric, like, axe. That'd be cool. Okay. You guys have some opinions here? Okay. Should I do like a +3 strength? Like a lot of strength? Is that what I want? I understand that I need to get like a vigor, but I don't have 70 for that. So I'm probably gonna just get a major for now, because that's only 11. I don't have 70 for that. So I don't want to spend 70 out of my little bit of money that I have. I don't know why my beard's so itchy today. It's probably fleas. I don't have fleas, guys. 1 strength rune will do. Okay, so just a minor strength, or a minor strength rune. You can do a 30 health, like the minor health. Okay, well, let's do that then, and then do the minor strength. So the minor strength would go... Does it matter where I put these? I'm always bad at figuring this out. So a rune on everyone, and then... Okay, what are some other runes that I should get? Absorption runes, or... Reduces physical damage by 3. It doesn't have a drawback. I love how they're like the same price. They're the same price. But it's just much better to do that one. I'm like totally noobish when it comes to anything runes. For the longest time, I never did anything with runes on it. Or maybe an insignia here. What do we have? While attacking. That's kind of nice. Versus physical damage. But that's insignia, not a rune. Should I go for... So health insignias? I'm in Kaineng Center. That's my closest city, right? Just stack HP. Oh, I appreciate that so very much. You don't have to give me... I love when people give me free stuff, but I always feel so bad. I'm like, I don't want to take your free stuff from me. Or from you. I don't want to take it from you. I'm not taking it from anyone. I need to find a weapon, too. Specifically a shield. I'm gonna keep this axe for now, but I need to find... There's a weapons dude over there. Just stack HP. What do I have in my bank? Meet me at the bank. Meet me at the Zonlai chest. Zhanlai chest. I feel like someone's following me. No? Yeah, I know. I have some too, don't I? Didn't I keep runes at some point in my life? I did. I used to. Where are they all? I used to have so many of them. I have 1. Okay. What did I do with the rest? I keep all these other things that are probably garbage, but like mini freezy, and I have this head. I don't know things, guys. I just keep whatever, and apparently I don't keep the right things. Withdraw 16. I have like no money now, but I have 100 here. I mean, I don't know. Do I want them? Let's look at weapons. Where's the weapons dude? Oh, right there. I have like both windows open, so I can't see anything. Ooh, I want that strength shield. Ooh, receive physical damage -5. That's really nice. I'll be super tanky, yo. Alright, I gotta open up my storage. I mean, I guess I'll take them. I don't know if people, don't want to keep their stuff. People are always so helpful with like give me... Oh. Ooh, what are you offering me? I have nothing in return for you, sir. Ooh, 3 items, 4 items. I need to... Okay, health. Tactics. Strength. Well, now I have all this extra stuff. Should I do a +3 strength on this instead of a strength 1? Should I do this? I'm not using any tactics though. Okay, superior strength on helm. Boom, done. I mean, I do use some tactics stuff, but just because I need to look at like what other skills I can get. I'm having fun with this. This is fun. The highest HP on chest. Okay, well I have the 30s, so I'm gonna do that here on chest. I have this rune. Oh, no worry. I think I'll be okay. I appreciate it though. On boots and shoes. Boots and shoes are the same thing. Oh, boots and legs. Boots and legs. Alright, what do I put on my hands? On my hands. My hands. I'm gonna put these away. I don't know why I'm putting that there. Let's put that there. Oh, tactics on hand. Oh, tactics on hands. Okay. Alright. Now, what do I do for insignias? So that's the rune setup. That's all the runes, right? Okay, yeah, that's done. On there. Whoa. Look at that damage on there. Holy crapness. Whoa, I'm getting more stuff. Ooh, thank you. Nice. And put those on all of them. 1 piece per armor. Yeah, okay. So that's +5 health. +15 health. +5 health. +10 health. And then +5 health. Dude, I have 1 ecto. I know, I don't. That's so funny. I am broke. This is like my Guild Wars 2 inventory. I only have 1. I think I only have 1 in Guild Wars. No, I actually put it in the guild thing. I have 0 in Guild Wars 2 right now. I have a none. Alright. Well, thank you so much, Azriel or Borgul. Borgul? Is that how you say that? I appreciate that very much. So I'm set up on insignias. I really appreciate that. Look at that, 16 strength. Woo! Once I get that PvE skill, I'll be unstoppable. But I do want to get the shield. Unless someone has like a really good shield, but... Oh wait, I do have a shield in here. What is the shield that I have here? Oh, that's motivation. That's command. That's command. Really? I have 3 Paragon shields? No warrior shield? That's sad. Sad news. Alright, what do I need for that bronze shield? I need 40 iron and 3 steel. The same things we just collected. 40 iron and 3 steel. I can't remember that. Someone remind me. It'll go out of my mind in 2 seconds. I can't. What was it, 40? I honestly can't remember. 40? It's when you don't have a short-term memory. I can't do it. 40? Right? I'm just gonna do it. And then I need... Was it 3 or 4? I really appreciate everyone giving me free stuff. I think it was 3. I don't remember. It's okay. Figure it out. I really do. Last time I played Guild Wars 1, like a few years ago, I made a necromancer, and a bunch of people gave me like all kinds of money and stuff. I really appreciated that. We had like a blast playing through like Eye of the North and stuff. Oh, I got the right amount. Oh God, my memory. It's great. Okay, I want to get the strength shield though. Want to get the right shield. All right, bye. Don't care about that. Oh, I could have probably sold that. Oh well. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate that. That was really nice of you guys to help. Let's go battle. So I said it was pretty much done, eh? Let's go find out. Let's go find out how much better we are. Oh, I need to go look at skills. Never mind. Retreat. I didn't look at skills. I want to see if they have better skills here. I put all my money away. I gotta get money. Oh yeah, you can go to Kryda or you can go to Ilona. I could get heroes right now, but they're not even like boost. They're not even leveled up or anything. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah. Like I said, I want to do Underworld sometime. Faux shizzle. Underworld is something I really want to get done, so I could even get on my Mesmer is like full on, like has like a bunch of stuff on there. So you deal if it strikes a knockdown foe, becomes a bleeding. If it's knocked down, do I have a knockdown foe? This attack suffering from a deep wound. You strike for 6 and that foe becomes crippled. Nah. Skills. Nah. I do want to use that. Swift chop. It says I attack you strike. The swift chop is blocked, target foe takes and suffers deep wound for 20 seconds. Oh, okay. I'll take that. What do we have for strength? I want to get some strength. You will die. Berserker stance. You attack 33% faster and gain 50% more adrenaline. Oh, but you also it ends once you use a skill. That's really dumb. Endure pain. For 19 seconds, you have an additional. I don't know if I like that. Tiger stance. Oh, that's actually nice. This tiger stance, you attack 33% faster. Ends if one of your attacks fails to hit. Very nice. Shield bash. While wielding shield, the next attack skill used against you is blocked. If it was a melee skill, your attacker is knocked down, and that skill is disabled for an additional. Oh, that's kind of cool. Man, what's a good setup for like a for like a warrior? Retreat. Shields up. Thrill of victory for greater justice. For great justice, I mean. Dude, I don't know. I don't even know. I'm gonna use some random skills, and then people can just yell at me and be like, "Are you stupid?" And I'll be like, "Yes, I am. What do you want from me?" I want adrenaline-based stuff, cause that's just not on your knees. If any, just no, that's dumb. Guess I'm gonna kind of keep what I have. Oh, I closed the window again, so I have all my money again in my pocket. I hate having my money on me, honestly, guys. I don't like it. I don't know. I'm like that in real life too. So power attack is really good. I'm gonna keep that. I like Signet of Strength too. Your next 17 attacks. That's actually a lot of attacks. But it only does +5 damage. But that's okay. We might get rid of this and like add one of the ones we just got. I mean, this doesn't really work either for me, so whoops. I kind of like this because this gives like, and I can kind of put this over here. And Cyclone Axe, well. Lacerating. If your foe's knocked down, though, that's. You strike for if it is blocked, you gain 3 strikes worth of adrenaline. That's actually really nice to have, because that's extra adrenaline if it's blocked. So All right, I do want to get into battle and just kind of see how I feel. How it feels to be strong. Because I do have to go. My dogs are freaking out because they probably have to go out. They're good doggos. They can hold a long time, but they get really, they get like me. Oh my god, he just died. He ran into them, died instantly. All right, let's go. Yeah. Oh, I didn't use my signature strength. Hiya. Hiya. All right, it feels good. I mean, I'm only level 16, but having like a unique shield would be cool. Like a cool looking shield. I want a cool looking shield. Okay, so now I'm already out of energy. Like that's the one thing that sucks with warrior is like you're out of energy so fast. That's the one thing that sucks. Run away, run away. Oh. Hiya. No, I didn't even get to use it. It's actually pretty... I mean, this is like 42 damage. That's like a lot. This only does like 26 damage. This is nice if it gets blocked, but that's only if I don't know. Yeah. I definitely need to get like more in there, but also these enemies aren't very hard right now. And I'm not even level 20. Like I kind of want to see how it is when I'm level 20. Because it probably hits for a lot more. I really want to get that elite skill though. How is that? Has anyone used that? The warrior elite, the new PvE skill that they added? Because it like raises like your attributes or something? By like some kind of amount or something? Oh, wait. Where was this supposed to go? How do I get to... Oh, no. You have to go like here and then take like a side path. It's like once I'm done with that quest, I'm going to head out. Because we're like way far into this. Almost at 4 hours. There he is, Master Tugu. Ho dim. Ho dim. Like I said, I never have played warrior, but it does feel pretty nice. Use this again. Okay, so you have to fight someone. He's a street performer, right? He's like the magician. Oh, one of them is. Master's burden. Okay, we have to like go back out around, I think. Wait, where do... Can we go going this way? I don't remember. I don't remember. That's right, we have to tell the mom that her son is dead. The beasts? These are people, dude. They're not beasts, they're people. Yeah. Come back. Oh, it was locked. Okay, why aren't you attacking? Oh, because I'm not. My screen wasn't scrolled over. Scrolled over, not scrawled over, scrolled over properly. Hiya! Oh god, I got knocked down. Got traps everywhere. I like Watch Yourself. Watch Yourself is pretty good. How long does it last? Ends after 10 incoming attacks. Okay. It's pretty nice. For 10 seconds. Okay. It's pretty nice. Oh, oh. Ooh. Oh, another healer. Yeah. Is there like a build for like, really? He went around the corner to kill the peasant and totally ignored us. Is there like a build where it's like you used a PvE skill, the new one, and you make like an AoE out of it, where you can like AoE a whole bunch of groups? Rah. We made it. There she is. Da, 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 da. We're about to level up. Level 17. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, that's true. What's the website? PVX? Yeah, PVX Wiki has a bunch of them. I totally didn't even think about that. What do they have for... Can you go under, like, general? Oh, great working PvE builds with a warrior for what? 7 weapon stance. Oh, they have a hammer for it. It'd be a hammer skill, power attack. 7 weapon skills. Your weapon attributes are increased by 16 and you attack 33% faster. It's a stance. Attack all adjacent enemies. So it's a hammer build. Can you make like a... I'm sure you can make like an axe build out of it. Okay, we're done with that. I don't care. Because I've really got to go. Alright guys, I'll be back tomorrow with some Guild Wars 2. If you guys want to join for some fractals, you're more than welcome to. Other than that, I'll be back on Sunday with some Pokemon Let's Go. I'm going to try to restrain myself from playing further ahead. Because I want to play with everyone else. So yeah, plus 12 armor, that's pretty good. Strength. Alright, well, that's gonna be it for today, guys. We'll see you guys. Yep. Alright, well, perfect timing because I'm about to leave too. So, alright, bye guys. I'll see you all tomorrow if you want to do some fractals.